Hey guys, this is Steve with Orlando Collector Deviants. We are here with Mr. Tom. And let me go over here. Tom, the Professor Raupp.
The professor.
Yeah, because you're my history teacher.
Okay, all right.
Because I always come to you to get a history of something.
All right.
And Trish said you're a professor, not a teacher. So
well, okay, that's a good step up.
And then behind the mic, behind the camera, the snarky comments in the microphone is Trish. One day I'll get the pictures up, Halsey.
Never.
And here we are here to talk about the DeLand Comics and Collectibles show coming up this Sunday. We already got comments. Yo, DeLand or bust.
Dave Finley.
Hey, Dave, how you doing? I got one other thing I got to go to see. This is a new thing I started. Also, boom, we're going to run that. That way down there, all your information is down at the bottom. It'll be playing the whole time that we're talking.
Wow, you've really stepped this program up quite a bit.
Yeah, we got Christopher Gonzalez saying hello. He also has a show coming up in Kissimmee on the 24th.
Nice.
And
that's my birthday. Just saying.
So, Christopher,
and what is his show that he is doing?
He is the Kissimmee Toy Show.
Ah, very cool. Second year, right?
Second year. Yep.
Cool.
They had a good last year. It's a nice little, because we went there, nice little venue and everything. It was a great little show. So, hey, Christopher, how you doing? We got Anna. And I'm not going to try to kill your last name, Anna, but she is an awesome artist and cover artist.
We had her at Daytona, yeah. And she was at Louis' show in Kissimmee.
Yep. And she's going to be on my show at the end of the month, I think on the 28th. Yes. Yep, she's going to be on the show on the 28th, so you can come on and
busy lady.
Yes. And Dave says, awesome. We'll have a few more mystery boxes on Sunday. Make sure you have at least 2 for me, Dave, because after that last mystery box, I fell in love.
Pre-order.
And I think everybody did, because you even saw how much stuff kept coming out.
Oh yeah, no, you had a box of happiness right there with everything you were pulling out.
And Anna says, thanks, yes, the 28th. So we have her. She gets to watch kind of tonight how we do shows. We got Michelle. See, I love having Tom on because he brings everybody on. Hey, Michelle, how's it going? She's gonna be at DeLand.
It's your hat.
Oh, I know everybody. It's always the hat.
It's the hat.
They only come on to see what new hat I have. I believe.
I think so. That's a sporting hat. I like that one.
Oh, yeah. You only see it once a year.
Well, let's hope that it brings a good year to us all.
And Dave said, you got it. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about DeLand. Like I said, we're going to have all the information going across the bottom. So if you ever want to see it, the website's even going to be on there that you can go to. But let's talk about DeLand.
All right. Some basic rules, of course, when we go to DeLand. Due to COVID and some really rising numbers, we would like everyone to have a mask on. We would like them to take the mask and put it over their nose and their mouth. Not under, not up here, not under here.
Now, are you going to have somebody standing at the door like, the stewardess or
stewardess?
Flight attendants. I'm old. Stewardess. Flight attendants where, place the mask above your nose and below the mouth. No, exits are here,
I'm hoping that now that everybody kind of understands that it's, at most places that they require face masks. We require it at the venue. This is in our contract. This is in our insurance policy. And it's also pretty smart, safe thing to do right now. If you're a person that has a hard time breathing through a face mask, then get a full face shield that covers your whole face. Wear that, and we're more than welcome to have you in that way. I'm going to be the guy running around being the face mask police, telling people they need to please cover their face.
Now, is Trina going to be at the front door being the police?
Trina will be at the front.
And she's one. I've watched her police people. You do not want to be on her bad side. She'll jump over the counter at you.
She will be there. Andrea, the the chocolate gourmet lady. She will be there too.
Woohoo.
She's going to help Trina at the front. So no chocolate. She's up there to help
Billy,
Trina.
Well,
no chocolate.
Oh, there's
Well,
gonna be
I'll
chocolate.
ask her to bring some.
She's gonna have chocolate. It's for when Trina starts getting riled up. Here, have some chocolate. Calm down.
Calm down.
So anyway, they'll be at the front. Then my friend Mike will be there too to help. It's basically $5 to get in. Face masks are required. Please do not bring your pets. Leave them at home. There's so many people that want to bring a bird or a dog or a cat. They're just
Sorry, Trish. I have to leave you at home.
Leave your pets at home. Remember to wash your hands
But
quite
what
a
if I
bit.
wear a leash?
Wrong show, Trish.
Well, I don't know because you're gonna have whips there. I heard.
Well, yes. Since you want to segue into that.
Well, because they're gonna be by the front door.
Yes.
Kind of.
So every year, God, for at least 10 or 11 years now, Phantasmagoria has been at the show, and they have performed outside the front door for us. So they will be at the show this year. They're going to come around about 11:30. At 12, they're going to perform outside. They're going to do one show. It's going to involve some magic. It's going to involve fire. It's going to involve some whips, from what I understand.
Woohoo.
So it should be some fun. And why everybody's out there watching them, please wear your mask around them as well. They just would appreciate it if you do that, as they have to try to perform at other events.
That's their livelihood, guys.
Yes.
So be nice and wear a mask. Stay away from them as much as you want to go up there and touch the sword. And
Yeah, I don't know if we're doing swords this time. We did
Right.
have that one year where the young lady swallowed the swords, and
Yeah. I remember that.
that was kind of crazy. Not something I'd want to try. So anyway, they are going to perform.
but stay back unless they ask you to come up.
Yes. Of course, we have 85 spaces that are in there, anywhere from somebody at an 8-foot table to somebody that has a booth or a couple booths. And we have everything from vintage to new, comic books, pops, Disney pins, Disney collectibles, games, G.I. Joe, turtles, you name it. If it's pop culture related, records, autographs, it's going to be in that room. And it's a great little event that was started by Jim Kara from Carousel Collectibles. And I took it over about 3 or 4 years ago now. And he will be set up there. So
He's
come
making
in.
the trip down.
Yeah, he's making the trip down from Georgia, from where he was at. Besides him coming down from Georgia, we have Mario's Comics coming out of Georgia. Chris Foss, who used to own Heroes and Dragons up in Columbia, South Carolina, will be coming. I have a gentleman driving all the way out of Kentucky, Fortress Comics, to come in and set up. And then we have people from South Florida, like Glenn Cohen, Raymond. We have people out of everywhere.
You got
Jacksonville.
Creative Image Designs
Yeah,
coming up.
Creative Image Designs coming out of South Carolina as well.
Actually, they're coming from South Tampa.
Will they be over there?
Or not Tampa.
Not Tampa.
Miami?
South Florida,
South
Miami.
Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Miami area.
Yeah.
Trying to think
We-
of everybody now.
we
Now we're all
both-
confused with our geography. But we have people from everywhere. Jeff, that runs the Florida Toy Shows, will be setting up there. Along with him will be Mark and Jason, who usually set up at our show all the time with Star Wars stuff. John Kovacs is coming down out of Jacksonville. Tony Hines is coming. So there's a lot of people from all over the
Speaking
place.
of Jeff Davis,
There's
what
Jeff
up?
Davis, yeah. So we'll have a good crowd of people, a lot of stuff to see, and then of course we have quite a few guests to check out.
Oh yeah,
So I think everybody will have a good time, find some cool stuff. If you see 10, 6, 8 people around the table, kind of stay away until they disperse. So it's kind of, we got to social distance the best we can, like any show. Most of the vendors will all have, all the vendors should have hand sanitizer at their tables. And then for lunch truck, we were going to have 2. The one had to pull out. So we will have Feeling Good food truck there.
Love
and
their food.
they will be there.
We got a question for you.
Yes.
Is Ducky's Comics on the docket?
Ducky is not doing it at this time. He
No Lucky, no Ducky.
Yeah, sorry, no Ducky this time. He may walk around the show. I did see him at Louis' show walking around. But he when we were taking people to sign up for the show, he had already pre-signed up for Central Florida Comic Con, which ended up getting canceled.
Yep.
And so yeah, no Ducky this time. Hopefully next year we'll have him back, and perhaps at a future show that we're doing, whether it's Daytona.
Yeah, he's really nice. We
Yep.
always sit and talk.
Yep. So,
Happy New Year, Jeff. And it says, thanks. Should be lots of fun. Tom shows are always fun.
yeah. Unless I got to yell at you. I don't want to yell at nobody.
I haven't been yelled at yet, so I think I'm good.
You've done well. Trisha's kept you in line. So,
No, I just walk away
No,
from her.
it's more like he keeps me in line.
no, I would never think of you as a troublemaker. No way.
Oh, put her next to John Pinto? Oh, my God.
Oh, he's
Together for very
no,
long.
he's a very good artist though.
John gets me in trouble all the time.
They get together, and that is one that I walk away. I tell her, I'm leaving you, and I will go find security and pick you up later. And we got Jeff says, thanks, guys. No problem.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jeff, Jeff's going to be on the show
On the 4th, I believe.
the 4th of February.
Yes.
So he'll be on here right
No,
before, no,
25th.
the 25th
Is it?
of next month, right?
Yeah.
Okay, before one of his other shows. Because
Yes.
Jeff has like 10 shows a month.
Yeah, he's
So-
making it tough for me to find a date now.
So, and I'm not meaning to make fun of you, Jeff, but yeah, I am.
Yeah. No, he's got a good
He got a good niche going on
got
right
a good
there.
niche, and he's dispersing it throughout Florida. So, and I've actually signed up for a couple of shows. So
I saw that.
yeah, so that should be fun. Yeah, you're gonna talk to him right before the Cocoa show.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about what kind of cocoa we have in. I like a little French vanilla in my cocoa. So, yeah, see, I'm starting off the new year with jokes, guys. Come on. I'm not hearing you laugh over there, so.
It's okay. We're not laughing here either.
Yeah,
Well, Tom is. I'm getting Tom, so.
Tom's gonna need a lot more drinks. Your jokes are pretty. I'm just being nice and friendly since I'm over visiting.
Anytime Tom wants to have a show, just let him know. And he'll put you in tow. Okay. So let's go back to the food trucks. We kind of
Okay.
veered off. Oh, wait, hold on. We got another one. Tom, does Trina know you're trying to find dates?
What?
Dates for shows?
Oh, yeah. I have not had enough beers.
And that's why I got you a 12-pack on top of your 6-pack.
It had
There
to
we
be
go.
Finley. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Appreciate that.
Okay, so back to food trucks. Feeling good. Who
Yep.
who will fill your belly? They are one. I like them. Out of all the shows and the different food trucks that we've come across, they're one of my favorites.
Well, they do breakfast. They do a good lunch. So it's there's.
And what is it that you highly recommend from them?
The zucchini fries.
I did have those. They are pretty good.
They're pretty good. So if you want to be somewhat healthy, because they are deep fat fried and battered, but they are good.
See, we want to get dudes that we had that time. John and I sent you out of Tampa, and you guys went out there and got us
Those bowls.
Yeah, well, with the fries and the cheesesteak on it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And yes, Jeff, trying to have lots of jokes. That's what the basis of this show is, not to be too serious. I do have Tom, so we might get to that Barbara Walters moment where he sheds a tear.
Hey, Mark Draven.
But look at those turkeys. I didn't know the camera was on Trish. Oh.
See, you look like a turkey because you got the bigger.
Well, I got the underneath the neck, and
Yeah, mine's
the
dude.
pain and something.
I grow this out to hide it. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Mark's gonna be at your show.
He is. Yes, we're gonna have Mark Graven right there. He's gonna be selling some of his collectible toys that he's got.
I've bought a few from him.
Yeah, and if any, I don't know what his store is that he's got, but he should put it up there. But he has a bunch of high-end collectibles that are signed by a lot of famous people.
Yep,
He does.
Yep. So he's got some cool stuff.
and they're reasonably priced, and he does really good. Yeah, we'll go. Haha, you're going to be a cook duck if you talk too much trash about Trish. Ha ha ha.
Who's that from?
That's from Mark.
For Mark.
Yeah, but see, if I had John Pinto on here, he would be calling you trash.
He would. That's my name that he calls me.
And then Dave says, "Ooh, yes, need those cheese fries."
Yeah.
And then we got Brenda saying,
Hey,
"Hi guys, hey,
hey,
Brenda."
Yeah. No, Brenda and JP will be there.
That's
Cloak and
good.
Dagger Comics.
I haven't got to see them for a while.
Yeah,
It's been so long.
So they will be there. Hopefully Brenda's doing well, staying healthy.
Yes, you need to come to the show.
And not visiting relatives and
Being in the hospital.
Trish Hazley invited me
Halsey.
to what? Halsey invited me to Orlando Collectors. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have to read it all. It's just like,
Well,
what's popping up?
that one's just a notification. And Brenda says it's been forever because I know you're not watching the screen.
No, I was in.
Inviting. Don't forget to hit Olo.
Yes.
Okay. Back to food trucks.
You like talking about feeling good food truck, don't you?
Well, because we got there and we keep getting sidetracked, but that's the whole point of the show. Be sidetracked.
The breakfast quesadillas are fantastic. I've had that.
We haven't had breakfast there yet, have we?
No.
No.
Yeah, no. So, Robert, if you're there, or Nick, tell your dad to get there early, and your mom, and sister. She's the one that's going to be there.
Bring the baby.
Oh, that's
not
right.
a baby anymore.
That's Nick.
That's Nick. That's
That's
gonna bring the
not
baby.
Robert.
That has nothing to do with the food truck. See, we got sidetracked again off the food truck. We got to get a beer truck there.
Oh, that would be nice.
No, I'd never get anybody in the door. Then they'd all be out there drinking.
No, I want one of those that has the big old long cups with the frozen margaritas and you'll find me sitting around the corner just holding on to it like a baby.
That's what. Oh man, that's what she loved about New Orleans.
Yeah.
Because there was a frozen margarita joint on every corner of the French Quarter.
Adult slushies on every corner.
Did you try them all?
Yes.
Or did you
about-
attempt to?
I was in heaven.
She drank more than I did down there.
Yes, I did.
I was kind of upset because all I wanted was a fishbowl,
Right.
and they only do those on the weekends, not on the weekdays. Right now, during this whole time, and if I would have known that, I would have got it on that Sunday we were there. No, I was stupid.
How'd you like your oyster shooter?
Oh, I loved it. Even though the cocktail sauce
Oh
was
yeah,
the
no,
killer,
that's killer. Yeah.
it went down nice and smooth until, like I said, that cocktail sauce, and that's when everybody saw me choke.
The table next to us was laughing.
Yeah. No, that cocktail sauce will get you.
Well, they were also laughing at you because you drop nice and quiet in there, and she drops a butter knife on the plate. Oh, and everybody turns around and looks at me.
That's because you wanted your waiter to get over there, right? That's hey, you got to get attention.
But everybody turned around and looked at me, and I'm sitting there. I'm looking at her going like this, and they start laughing.
But those fries were so good. I dream about those fries.
See, and you see my size. That's why we keep going back to the food truck. I have a problem because I keep going back to the food truck.
So the food truck needs to make those fries.
I bet you they would make anything you asked for.
I bet you they would. Those are awesome.
Because they even have stuff
Fries
that's
with gravy and roast beef. I mean, come
Would you like
on.
to text Robert right now and tell him what you need? And
I got his number somewhere.
okay, I have it here. I can share it with you.
Welcome to Cooking with OCD, or actually eating with OCD.
Eating with OCD.
We're not drinking anymore. We're eating.
And my doctor can't figure out why I weigh so much. No clue.
Well, you're eating healthy. You're eating what you need. So that's all that
But
matters.
you had vegetables, you had protein,
Exactly.
and you had gravy.
Gravy is some kind of a food product.
That's part of the 5 food groups.
It holds the
Gravy
pyramid
is
together.
gravy
Yeah,
is
there
the
you
glue.
go. It has liquid in it, so.
There you go.
Okay, so
Sorry.
let's talk about a couple of your guests that you got
All
coming
right.
on.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, I want to talk about the Thunder City Sirens. Yes.
Okay. So they're the roller derby girls from out of the land. They're there every year. Unfortunately, because of COVID, 2020, they were not able to have any of their events. But they are going to show up. They will have a table there. If you get a chance, go back, check with them, talk to them. I think they're trying to get a schedule put together for this year.
Don't be intimidated by them, because they a couple of them are big, and I look, and they're on roller skates. They're on their roller skates there too.
That was a big thing back in the 70s into the 80s, the roller derby.
Oh, I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah, no. And these ladies, some are very attractive, and they don't just think that they're just pretty little girls.
Oh, no, they'll knock your ass out.
They'll kick your butt.
Now these ladies, though, they're going to be there. Some will be on skates. They may all be on skates. I don't know.
No,
but they're there. Go over, chat with them. If you're a woman that wants to maybe take a chance and try out for the team, they do tryouts. So,
and if you're a guy that wants to get their ass kicked by a woman, you can be their practice dummies.
there you go. I never thought of that.
I just got that from Impractical Jokers, that one punishment where they made him
Oh yeah.
I'll get on the skate. Okay.
with the roller derby.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
now my question about them:
Yes.
how did you come about getting them to the show?
Actually, Jim Carrey brought him in the beginning. He was trying to bring in people from DeLand that wanted to help advertise their businesses and things. And so they were one of the businesses he went and approached and asked them if they wanted to come. And we gave them a spot. And since then, we've made sure they're there every year because they're part of DeLand. We've had some guests in the past that have links to DeLand because they grew up there and then they went on to become an actor or whatever, and then they've come back. So we've had them as guests. So that was the main reason having them. Phantasmagoria, again, that was somebody that Jim had brought in, and then we've had at Daytona.
Well, they're Phantasmagoria. I can never
Phantasmagoria.
They're
See,
great.
I got you on that one.
Yeah, they are great. We've seen them many times. I
Had
mean,
some good pictures.
Yeah, and the cool thing about it is that they just started like right in this area, and then it's grown and grown, and they have places up in Georgia that are affiliated with them, and in other states and stuff. So they Phantasmagoria, John Diadana, I believe I pronounced that correctly, has grown his little thing, his little troop of people into a very big entertainment group.
well, see, I know a secret about John. I don't know if everybody knows it though. He might be starring in a local movie.
Well, good for him.
Tammy. Never mind. She don't know.
Well, see,
She knows.
It's
She
not
knows.
a secret no more. It's on the internet.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put it out there because our good friend Tammy Ray's Kane is making some movies, and she had talked with him about being in the movie for what she wanted.
Now,
Very cool.
have you guys watched them on Sunday nights?
No, I want to tell you no, because that's about one of the only nights.
Most of the times I share it. Sometimes I sit there and watch a little bit. And usually they have their puppet Punch on there, and he does his little thing. Then John does a reading, which is really, I mean, if you start getting into it, you're like, the way he talks and everything, you're just like sitting there watching, and before you know it, you're like, you're in it. And then of course they do fire dancing and everything, so it's pretty neat. It's a good thing that if you get tired of watching the same thing on TV.
It's one of those on Sunday nights with our schedule is one of the only nights we have to kind of just chill out before the work week starts again.
Yeah, see, I always
And
go
unless people have
sometimes-
their conventions on a Sunday.
right. Well, there's one coming up this Sunday. If you don't mind going to that one.
Oh yeah.
We'll think about it.
Well, we'd be pleased to have you there if you don't mind coming.
Okay.
Just got to wear a mask, please.
No problem.
But no, they do a nice little show, and it was entertaining, especially last year with COVID and everything going on. It was just kind of like, I need something different. And a lot of times I don't always get to watch the whole thing live, so I go back later and I watch it. And it's like sometimes when you have your event on your show, I watch some of it. It's running. I'm busy doing other stuff, but I always come back later to watch the whole thing.
Well, and see, and that's kind of like with Silverline. I do that with Silverline.
Yep.
It might be running in the background while I'm doing this or that. And I will go through, but with Silverline, they're like every night except for Thursday.
Yeah, they're Roland, slow down, buddy. Just again, and Roland's going to be at the show, so we'll have Roland there, and we're also bringing Brent Larson in, who's from Silverline as well.
Yep.
So we will have both of them at the show,
and you guys can look back in our past files because we have Roland, but we also had Brent at our house last year.
Oh, nice.
Or the year before. Before the whole, when I had people over at my house.
Okay.
Because you're the first one back in a year.
Well, there's an invisible wall right here.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody can see it.
And that's why, we
Yeah.
can't get near.
But yeah, so Silverline will be represented at the show. We will have In Symmetry will be represented at the show by Matt. Steph, who's usually there, has recently undergone surgery, so she will not be there. We've got quite a few people for artists to be there.
We got Ron Baxley Jr. saying, Confather, I intend no disrespect for coming late. Hopefully this is not the evening of your daughter's wedding. If it is, he's in trouble. Because he's here too.
I've got my eye on you, Ron. No, he's good. He's good. Yeah, we're looking to do something with Ron down the road. He was at a couple different shows in the past.
Well, it depends. If he keeps coming up late, we know there's like cement shoes for him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's a good possibility. That way he can't run away nowhere.
Yeah.
He's just going to be in one spot. One of the other guests we're going to have is Anthony. He's got a book out called Oh My Goodness.
That's Anthony Sitka.
Yes. Thank you. I'm very bad at pronouncing last names.
So am I. So if I said it wrong, hey, everybody knows it's me.
It's the guy in the hat. So he's going to be there. He's had a lot of help from a lot of local stores that have carried his book, and Cloak and Dagger is one of them, and Infinite Mushrooms another one.
He's talking all this stuff for you to tag.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I'm trying.
Are you up with me?
No, I am way behind you.
See, that's why when I'm at home and you guys are doing stuff, I'm like finding it right away. Though that one day I was way behind. I couldn't catch up. I was in the other room and you were like, I know Tom's got it. And I'm like, oh man, by the time I got there, yeah, you'd already beat me. So,
what was the job thing so that I can tag it?
Phantasmagoria.
Okay.
PHAN.
I have to go share stuff and work
John
behind
Diadana. And they will be there Sunday. They're coming in around 11:30. They're going to get all set up. They're going to do a show at 12. Going to have magic. Going to have fire. Going to have whips.
I like the fire.
Going to have whips. I'm not going out there if they got whips. I got nervous when the girl came out there with the swords and asked that one guy to pull the sword out. I was like, oh my God. Because she had it.
She bends over 90 degrees.
And
they have either guy. I watched them when they were up in Leesburg.
Okay.
At
Bones show in the Lake Square Mall.
Lake Square Mall.
Yep.
And they had a kid pull it out. I'm like, adults one thing, but a kid, and I'm like, oh my God, what hiccup, and
Well, at the DeLand show when they were doing that, John's like, now be careful not to hit her teeth and cut her. And I'm sitting over there cringing because I'm like, oh my God, I hope this person pulls it straight out because it's like that sword was all twisted, and she said, yeah, no, I don't want to get cut up.
Ron says, just don't put a sawhorse head in my bed. I intend no disrespect and kisses the decoder ring.
Ah, he did well. There's the hand. Kiss the screen. You did good. No, Ron, we appreciate you being here. Do you have any new books coming out? Isn't he working on a new book right now?
I believe so.
Yeah. So, something else to give you to do, Trish? Hey, that van's making a lot of noise out in the driveway.
I know.
Somebody's stealing the van.
Now let's see who else. You got John Crowther coming out.
Yes. Well, John just recently with Silverline, they're doing a Kickstarter for a new book that John just wrote.
Yep. Teen Beetle.
Teen Beetle, yes.
And it's actually a flip book with one of Roland's books, Switchblade.
Switchblade. So that's something people can look at. And John's stayed pretty busy. Plus, he is also kind of like
he's the wrestling guru god.
Yeah, that's about the best way to put it. So he is bringing in Bugsy McGraw, who is pretty well known in the DeLand, Central Florida area for wrestling back in the day. So Bugsy will be there. So that'll be pretty cool. In the past we've had people like B. Brian Blair.
Lance Splitter, just want to say hi. Love you all. What's up, Mr. Tom? And hope you have pants on.
I do have pants on.
And see, because Tom is here, I'm actually wearing pants today.
Yeah, I saw that commercial where they did the Zoom and the guy walked out. Yeah, that was me at the house for a long time. Lance, I hope you're doing well. And he's got a new book out on the Kickstarter.
Yep, he has
with 2 variant covers.
Two
correct?
variant covers.
Yeah.
It is what is it? Vampire Bloodlines 2, I believe it is. And Lance can correct me if I'm wrong. He has a tier on there that's just for him to get both his covers, and one of our other local people, Ivy Cosplay.
Yes.
She has
Yeah,
her.
he
own,
had her at Daytona at one time. Yes.
Yep. She actually has a cosplay cover in that same Kickstarter plan.
Nice.
So and that to back that one, I never like to say, oh my God, they're expensive and all that, but they are reasonably priced tiers.
Okay.
They don't go into the 500s and all that.
Yeah. No, some of them start getting up too high, and it's like, I just want to support the artist and everything, but I don't want to pay like crazy money.
Yep.
So.
And Lance says, yes, sir. I just did 2 variants. And Ron says, Golden Goosey of Oz. I'm going to premiere at Retrorama Pop-Up Con in Jackson, Florida. Sunday,
cool.
February 21st. Ramada Inn. Okay, I'm not going to read all that. It's a children's picture book with illustrations by Savannah, Georgia illustrator Allison Exley, and I have a sequel to a young adult book going out in May too.
Ron's been busy.
Oh yes, he stays busy. And then we got Joel D. Winecoop, who says, hi, Steve and Tom.
Hey, Joel, how are you?
One of my favorite actors right there.
Well, Joel just filmed a movie with a bunch of people doing their own parts and sending it to him.
I know, because he was telling us about that on the show here.
Yeah, so very cool.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
I mean, he still figures out how to get the movie done.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing he's got Kathy to keep him in line.
Oh, she's just as bad as he is. Everybody likes to say, "Oh, she keeps him in line." I mean, if you know her behind she's just as bad.
Are you trying to say they egg each other on?
Uh-huh.
She's a Wonder Woman fan. She can't be a bad person. You're a Wonder Woman fan. You can't be a bad person.
No. And see, here's what it is. It comes down to is she and Trish play me and Joel against each other to who can get them the best Wonder Woman stuff.
Sweet.
You're not supposed to know that.
I'm not.
Don't tell Joel.
I'm not stupid. I put 2 and 2 together. When I get told, oh yeah, do you know that Joel just got her this Wonder Woman? Yeah.
Kathy, they're on to us. Run.
And Ron's over here. Congratulations to Lance and his continuing success too.
Yeah, Lance has done well. Yeah, Lance has done
and
real
he's
well.
going to need another 2.
I swear I better get a big tip.
More than $1, but less than $5.
And by the way, I definitely want to attend the DeLand Comic and Collectible show as your special guest, or authorial vendor 1 year.
Well,
See, he uses those fancy words,
Yeah,
and I said it.
Ron, just so
There's
that you know, the next show is already set for next year. DeLand Comics and Collectibles will be January 16th, 2022.
I would set it on my calendar, but that one goes up to December.
Well, when you go to December, there's actually the month for January and February up there just to help you out.
Sometimes. Okay. Let's go back to Kickstarters. I know.
Okay,
we'll come back to here.
We got plenty of things to talk about.
Because I noticed that you've been backing a lot of Kickstarters like I've been lately.
Yeah, from a lot of people that I know personally, but I also think that they put out a decent product. You want to name a few?
Yeah, go ahead.
Silverline for one. We both got a bunch of their mystery boxes.
The mystery boxes,
which they are fantastic. Got pages of art, got all kinds of cool stuff.
And Jeff says, okay, he'll avoid that date. LOL.
I'm just giving you years of notice, Jeff. That's all. So Silverline put out some good stuff with that. Some of the books they put out have been really cool. I've also backed stuff put out by Inverse Press.
Yep.
Which John Crother has done writing on some of the wrestling books and stuff. But they also do that Vicious Circus, which is a great book. Now,
did you get in on the last rides of the Horsemen?
Yes.
Now, I'm going to show you. I didn't show you. I'm going to step off. I don't know if you got this, but I didn't see if you had backed this.
You get the box with the books.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got that one?
Yes. Yep. I have that one. I have the Vicious Circus one, and I have one other box that they made that had the different things.
I'll show you guys. This is an awesome box.
And it's numbered on the side because of how where you were at.
Yep. Right there.
You got an original piece of art inside on the cover?
Yeah. Let's see. That's what I got on the cover.
Those are cool. Yeah, very cool.
I've been following them since this one first came out. Because I met them.
And that's Amanda Rachel's.
Yep.
And yeah, so it's cool books.
Oh yeah.
Nice stuff. I like the way they package everything. Thank you.
I'll bring you.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Thank you.
That's nice. I come here to visit and talk, and got a bartender and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get a tip jar out here, Trish, and lay it on the table. And then I can take care
I
of you.
need to get the virtual tip jar.
Let's see. Do you guys share the Kickstarters you support on your page? Sometimes I do. Because my person that's supposed to be like doing all that kind of stuff, she gets tired at night and falls asleep on the couch.
They're always welcome to share it to the page.
But I will get better on that, Jeff, on putting out what we support. And Ron says I'll be in touch, replying next year.
Opener.
Gosh, you want me to drink it for you too, Tom?
That tip jar is just not going to happen. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Another person that I've been supporting is Tim Tyler. So he's been putting out some cool stuff. So I've been following him on Kickstarter as well. And then we supported Austin on one of his Kickstarters that he did.
Was it the Stanley one or the
Stanley
zombies?
one. Yes, Stanley one. And I also supported the zombie one too.
Yeah.
So, which was cool because he had a lot of different people that I like and follow that worked on the different books. So, and that's a cool
John
thing.
Crowther again.
Yes,
he has a story in it.
I haven't supported it yet, but Second Sight Publishing is another one. And some of the guys from that have been at Daytona in the past and stuff.
Marcus has been at yours,
yes,
right? Yep.
Marcus and Paige.
Yep.
Both them guys. Paige is always working at the show.
Oh yeah, he is always out there.
I told him the only thing he's missing is Marcus's voice, because Marcus, when he talks, sounds like Barry White. Marcus is smooth when he talks, and he's got that voice that you're just like, man, that's Barry White over there. So any of you younger people that don't listen to music from the olden days need to look up Barry White, because in our time that man was smooth and you played his music to get with the girl.
But you do, if you're ever at a convention where Marcus and Paige are at, watch how they handle it. They don't let you just come up to the table. They come get you. Come look at my book.
Oh yeah, they work it. Yeah,
and
because there's so many times I go to the bigger shows, and back in the past, like MegaCon or Heroes or any of them, if you go down the indie area and the guy's sitting there and he's on his phone or he's down here depressed, those guys are there working it. They're pulling you over. They're talking to you. They're engaging with you, and they're like, look at what I'm doing. I want you to be involved. So,
oh yeah, and I'm going to tell you, as an attendee and a collector, you can ask Trish. When we go to the big shows, i.e. MegaCon, C2E2, and all that, if you don't ever make eye contact with me, I will keep walking past your booth.
Oh yeah.
And as an independent, you need us. You need us to have some kind of support. I mean, I bought from Marcus and from Paige way long time ago. And Paige is so working it so many times, he tried to sell it to me 3 times at the same convention.
That's a man that knows who his fans are. He's like, I know this guy bought one. He's going to buy another one.
If you don't believe in your book, you can't get somebody else to believe in it.
You've got to believe in a product that you're putting out. Number one, and then number 2.
Lance says he doesn't make eye contact. Actually, you
smart ass.
Actually, you do. You've always looked me in the face and in the eye. You might not know it, but you have.
I told Lance one day, I said, I'll see you next time. He goes, oh, you'll see me long before I ever see you. I'm like, smart ass, but he's truthful. He's truthful. Lance is a super nice guy. It's just cool to watch him when he's drawing and he's using that magnifying glass and he's doing his art, and it's like a 1-inch area that he's working at a time. And it's amazing to see that kind of thing.
It is.
And that's what, like with any artist, it's like when Amanda from Inverse is doing art. She's lefty, and the way she holds that pencil, it's like, how can you draw? But it comes out so nice and so smooth. And it's just the way she's used to holding it and doing that art that it's just amazing. And it's because like when you were watching her the other day and she was doing those cards.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch her hand and everything, you're kind of like, really? And then you try to hold the pencil the same way, and it's like, it doesn't work. So. And
Ron says, enthusiasm/passion equals better creative work.
Yes, I agree.
Oh yeah. And I'm all. And here's the thing, and I'm going to go back to what the indie creators. People want the indie comics. They're tired of the mainstream. They want the indie. They want something new, a breath of fresh air. So if you don't push it, nobody is. I mean,
the only downfall that indie books have is that if you don't stay on top of it and keep putting something out consistently.
Kind of like Roland, who has one every month.
That's a little too consistent, but he's doing good.
He's doing good. I told him and Austin, between the two of them, they're going to put me broke because.
Well, look at Scout Comics a few years ago when we had them at Daytona. Like hardly anybody heard of their books, other than putting out Richard Revere's Stabity Bunny. There was a lot of books that weren't put out that people didn't notice. And with stores carrying it, and then with them bringing in different people that we've had at shows in the past that are creators and stuff, they've actually grown to become a pretty good publishing business in the area.
Oh yeah,
and putting out books and stuff. So it's if they have a good fan base that follows them and buys the books, and the stores support them and bring them, then it's good for the industry. When you have major comic companies like Marvel and DC and keep wanting to renumber the books every couple of years, people ask me, do you have Punisher #1? Well, what series do you want of the last 6 or 7 volumes that they put out? It becomes frustrating as a as someone that's been in the business for a long time, trying to figure out what volume somebody wants. And now we're doing legacy numbering and stuff, and it's like makes no sense. It's hard to keep up with that kind of stuff.
What I have a problem with is them reinventing the heroes that we already have.
Well, I guess they figure that if they reinvent them, they'll be for the new group of people that are reading. But
look what they did. I'm going back a few years. Look what they did with Lobo. They reinvented Lobo and they killed him.
That's the original Lobo was like, dude, he was badass. He was crazy.
Yeah,
it was just he was a lunatic that you just never knew
what he was going to do.
Yeah, and he was funny.
Yep.
And when they let Simon Bisley draw him and everything, oh my God, that was just great. But then like I saw some of the newer stuff and I'm like, that's Lobo. Yeah. What did they do? What did they do?
They literally, and this is the term that I've heard, they made him a metrosexual to be with the times. But no, they killed it. They killed it. That's not Lobo. That's not, I'm sorry. Hold on. Before we get there, we gotta go back up to Ron with talking about the indies.
Yeah.
About like a corgi superhero. Yep. And then that has been one fallacy with all my graphic novels. The volumes of them seem to be coming out with quite a bit of time between them. Talking about
and that's the thing. If you're not like if you got to be in previews, you got to have something at least every other month in there. It's just otherwise stores don't buy your stuff, and you need stores to get your stuff and order it so that it's there.
Hi, John.
Hey, John. Oh, John. Guess where I ate today? I went to Fuzzy's. Have you ever eaten at Fuzzy's Taco Shop?
Nope.
Oh, it's right on 434 by the Maitland Interchange. John introduced me to that place. I'm going to have to tell you that you really need to stop there. Nothing fancy, but man, they got some damn good tacos. And then the chips with the white sauce, the
queso.
Oh. It's good.
Sucker for nachos.
It's good. It's good. They got a bar you can sit there or you can go sit at the tables. Yeah, John introduced me to that, and on my way over here, I was like, I'll drive this way.
Make a note.
Yes, Fuzzies.
Okay, well.
On 434 by Maitland Interchange.
Well, Lance says they are changing a lot of comics now to be with the times, haven't they? Like, yes. And then John says Fuzzy's Tacos is awesome. I don't know if a fuzzy taco is awesome.
No. Fuzzy's is a good taco. Look, if John says it's a good place to eat,
hey,
count on it.
me, Trish, and John, we sit and we always talk about good places to eat.
Speaking of which, that time we all went up to see Daryl.
Uh-huh.
And you stopped somewhere for a pork chop sandwich.
Yeah, the gas station.
Oh, you got to write down where that one's at.
Okay.
There used to. I was telling John there used to be one over by me, and it closed down years ago. But when we worked out in Claremont, and I drive that back way over to 84 by my house.
It's like one stop. Or
yeah, but this lady, her and her husband ran this little convenience store, and oh my God, always stopped and got a pork chop sandwich. Then they closed up years ago, and I've never had a good one since. So
that one's a good. It's not fancy. It's a pork chop on 2 slices of bread, and there you go.
Yeah, no, and
that's all you need.
But that's the way this one was, and then you go over and put your pickles and your hot sauce on it.
Yep.
And I'd load that thing up, and I'd eat it on my way to work, and it was like, oh my God, it was great. John also introduced me to a burger place in Lakeland. I don't remember the name of it, John, if you can tell us, but that was really good there too. So,
okay. Well, John says Fuzzies have good breakfast burritos too.
Yeah.
And then we got Ron saying, my fantasy corgi graphic novel, Ziggy Zags, The Light and Dark Fantastic, Volume 2, is slated for publication in May 2022. Volume 3 is slated for May of 2023. And John says, fuzzy tacos are good depending on the flavor.
No, they have all types. I mean, you can choose whatever you want.
Fuzzy tacos are not awesome if they have blue fuzz on them. That's what I was Ron caught what I was talking about.
Yeah, no, Ron. They don't have any blue fuzz, man. They're really good.
Fuzzy, I take it, is a nickname for the owner. I will have to check that place out. Love Tex-Mex. My sister used to take me to Uncle Julio's chain in Dallas area. Love the homemade tortillas. The Chop Shop in downtown Lakewood.
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of it's got a bar there, but it's the burgers are to die for.
Okay. You're going to have to tag Fuzzies.
I'm trying to find which one.
It's in Maitland.
Maitland. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Change 434.
Because Ron's asking where Fuzzies is, I'm going to have Trish tag it.
It's actually a chain of them. There are different ones. Yeah. Yeah, but the one that John took me to was right over there. We had met over at the toy show that Jeff ran in Apopka. And from there, we went over to Fuzzies for lunch. So
is it off of East Colonial?
No, that's another one.
Maitland 434, he said.
434.
I'm going to say off of Gateway Drive.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Because Gateway's that little side street right there. Yes. You got it.
And then John says Chewy's has great Tex-Mex. They got a good burrito over there at Chewy's. I get the steak burrito.
Jeff's been to Chop Shop.
I prefer the free nachos. Chewy's.
Okay, if you go to Chewy's after 5 for happy hour, man,
you get free
nachos. Well, they did before the whole nobody can share everything phase.
And anybody that we're tagging, we are looking for sponsors. Just saying.
Sponsors are helpful.
So I shouldn't make fun of Fuzzies.
No making fun of Fuzzies.
I'll have to check out that Fuzzies place.
Yeah. Not Jeff.
I was going to ask if Fuzzy was a bear.
No, Fuzzy's a taco.
Fuzzy was a bear.
Fuzzy
had no hair.
Because in your taco.
Now you guys are ruining my food.
Trying to remember. Never mind.
You're trying to remember the nursery rhyme, and I was.
No, it was actually a bar of soap.
I've always known it as a nursery rhyme.
No, it was a bar of soap that you had that was fuzzy, and then when you wash your hands, the fuzz went away. I promise you.
I'll have to look it up. We'll have to look it up on YouTube later.
Well, we have to go to one of these collectible shows, and maybe somebody
doesn't know what she's talking about.
Okay, so Chop Shop.
Chop Shop, yeah.
See, we're back to eating with O.C.D. again. Great breakfast place in Lakeland is the Egg Factory.
Yeah, I ate there before. That's good.
And Lance Footer said, "Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he?" No,
right? He knows it
because it's a nursery rhyme.
It is not a nursery rhyme.
That's how I know it too, Steve. But I'm not going to argue at this house. We're not done with the show. I don't want to get kicked out early.
What about setting up an O.C.D. interview booth at the show? Actually, we did that at Infinity last year.
Yeah, you guys were there,
and it was a good weekend because everybody was having a blast coming over and doing interviews all weekend.
Oh,
You could do it at DeLand if you wanted to. This weekend.
Is there an opening?
There's a 8 by 10 foot space that I think is by an electrical outlet if you want to do it.
You want to sit up and stress out?
That is.
But see, I got everybody who I know, so it would be a good time to get them to come over every once in a while. We can do that.
All right, good.
Let's see. And Lance Footer says it was soap.
I told you, at least Lance is on my side.
Lance, find the link from YouTube and put it up so I know that it's true. I don't ever remember it being from soap.
And Jeff says that may have to wait. I suppose. No, actually, like I said, we've done them before. I just got offered to do it again this weekend.
Yeah, no,
I actually liked it. I mean, the best one I had out of that Infinity was I was doing the interview with Marcus.
Right.
And then Roland showed up. And then John showed up. So it was just kind of like what we do here. And it turned into a great interview that way.
Well, at our last DeLand show, we had a young lady named Haley that was set up. And she was doing art, and she ended up getting involved with Roland and Silverline. So, which is really cool.
You never know what's going to happen.
No, and that's the thing. I mean, Anthony got to talk to some of the different artists and stuff last year.
Lance said
So,
it. He
it was
had it
pretty
and it
cool.
grew hair. That's just
he had
because
it, it grew hair.
that's Lance. That just means you hadn't used it for a while and it wasn't really hair growing on the soap.
It's dirt.
Lance, I'm with you.
And Jeff says, I'm full of ideas. See? And Jeff
That's the
says,
way you
great.
gotta
We'll
be.
see you there.
You got to always try something new at every show and figure out a different way to bring more people in.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, and I like the fact that
Are
Jeff's
we
trying all this.
Are we talking about DeLand again?
No, we're talking about Jeff right now.
Okay, Jeff, the show. Okay.
But I like the fact that he's going to different locations and trying a lot of different areas.
Yep.
And that's good.
Well, speaking of his show, you and John just went to his show on Sunday, right?
Yes, yeah. We drove over to look around, shop, check it out. While we were over there, we ran into the guys from Alpha Omega.
Oh, hey.
Yeah,
We know them.
So Brian was there and Jason. Then we and they'll be at DeLand, by the way.
Okay.
So if anybody has anything they want to bring to DeLand that they want to get graded, comic book wise, or magazines.
And they're good because I'm going to tell you, I personally used them at Infinity when I got my sketch cover by Sam De La Rosa.
Yeah, they will witness anything that you have that's signed there at the show. They will also take Blue Label books and submit them in for you. They have a pressing company that works for them. So that's Lenny Sorrento, I think. Sorry, Lenny, if I killed your name. But he is Spineworks books, and he's going to actually be set up there selling some of his stuff, but also pushing his business. So you'll have someone there that you can talk to about pressing a book. So he can look at your book and decide whether or not it's something that he could do and maybe perhaps improve the grade on it. And then once again, turn it over to Alpha Omega, and they can submit it for you to CGC, and you can get it graded. So it's simple. That way you don't have to worry about sending your stuff in. You can trust people that are there because we have a lot of faith in them and we trust them. And they do my books too. So
what I like about it is when it returns, I don't have to pay for shipping because they can take it over to Living Dead for me to be able to pick it up.
Yes, because that's one of their pickup areas. So they will drop it off for you.
Which is nice because that saves actually quite a bit of money on shipping. Dave Finley says, great lunch at Carmelita's.
So when John and I left the show, we met up with Dave Finley, and we went to Carmelita's to have lunch, which was a Spanish restaurant. So it was very good. John and I filled ourselves up. Thank you again for buying lunch for us, Dave. And then from there, we went to Dave's store and proceeded to dig through his boxes, and John got to play with G.I. Joes. So it was a good day. We had a lot of fun.
Dave's gonna kill me because we still haven't made it out to his new location.
Yeah, he moved over one building, but it's a lot bigger, a lot more room, and it's got cool. I don't know if you've seen a picture of it yet, but he got his windows done, so it's got a real cool setup outside. Oh God, I love you. That's good stuff.
Yeah. I knew you were coming, and I told Trish we gotta have it. I keep you well liquored. Let's see, real quick. Jeff Davis says that's awesome about something we said earlier, probably about you being at a show.
Okay, well, no, it was cool. Had a good time.
Then Ron Boxley, one Christmas during a visit to Ma's family in Jacksonville, there was a family argument. We ended up leaving early. It was like a Christmas story. I kid you not. We ended up right at Christmas at a place called Ho Ho's Chinese Restaurant on Lem Turner in Jacksonville. Ho Ho's is a little on the nose, still exists, 4 stars. John says Carmelita's was great.
Yeah, Yo Joe's. Yeah.
Yo Joe. I just texted you the commercial for Fuzzy Wuzzy, Steve.
Okay, well, we got to look at that later then.
Yep.
All right, very cool. Yeah, I didn't know it was for a bar of soap. I really didn't.
Hold on, my boss texted me. At home doing the show.
We're 24/7.
Gotcha.
Dave Finley said, of course. And that's about
Yeah,
you.
having fun over at the store and everything. Yeah, and thanks for lunch.
And dude, Dave said, no problem, Steve. And Jeff says, I was thinking about talking about the comic grading guys being at my event. I will have to talk to them at DeLand. Okay. So,
no, they'll be good guys to have there. So, and it's good to have that extra business there that can do something more for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, no.
One-stop shop.
Yeah, and it's cool because they'll take your books. You don't have to worry about anything. You get your paperwork from them. They send it in. They take care of it. As soon as it comes back, they contact you, and you're good to go.
Yeah, it was. And they're reasonably priced. Everything about me is the price, and they're reasonably priced, and not over.
They do a good job. They're fair. They go above and beyond. And Brian's wife Tracy makes sure that Brian and Steve toe the line. So, because Steve and Brian, they like to hunt down the comics. But Tracy likes to remind them that, hey, while you're out there, I want these books too. So, which is cool that they all of them love books and they like to collect. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and again, they're a good business to have at the show.
I say, boy, I'm not getting.
You're a busy man.
It's not sending my text to her, which is okay because I don't care.
So, is there a Peter Pan butter and for butter?
Let's see. Let's go. Before we go, let's have our buttery nipple.
Cheers. Thank you.
We got
Yeah, that's it. It bends this way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Buttery nipples that are provided by
Total Wine
and More, who we wish was our sponsor.
God, I love that place.
Oh, yeah.
I have to yell at Tony Hines about that because he's the one who introduced me to that place. And we went in and we picked beers. He picked beers that had skeletons, heads, skull heads on the cans to drink. And I just picked 6 crazy flavors. And we went back to the hotel and started drinking them. 3/4 of that stuff I was ready to throw up. It was just so nasty.
Some of it's good, some of it's not so good.
Okay, so there's a Peter Pan Diner in Fort Lauderdale area, Oakland, which always posts great food pics on Facebook. Surprised guy from the diner show has not gone. Guy Fieri. Thanks for sharing these links. No problem, Jeff. About time Trish earns her keep.
Hey. She did good. She got her drinks. I'm happy.
Lance, it helps to have graders there for artists also, so thank you. Love all y'all. Thank you for what you do, Tom, Trish, and Steve. Thank you, Lance.
Trish, Steve, and Tom. There's a picking order.
Was there?
Trish is at the top.
Oh.
Yes, Trish has.
No, I'm always at the bottom.
No, I'm gonna put you in the middle this time.
She has the camera, so she's always top bill.
Yeah.
Okay. Every time I see that Happy New Year's hat, I keep thinking of Rankin Bass Special. I don't know what that is, Ron. Lance Footer, good night. Good night, Lance. Have a good night.
Good night, Lance.
Hope everything goes good. And we're tagging Total Wine and More.
I'm trying.
Okay. Okay, now, and then Ron says, I really enjoyed tonight's show. Thanks. Well, we're not done with the show.
Yeah,
we've
got another hour of drinking and bullshit, so stick around.
And eventually we might get to DeLand.
But you do have an invite for next year, Ron. Seriously, keep in touch with me. It's January 16th. And John Neville says, another place to look.
Check out Josie's Pizza and Wings in Metro West too. Okay, John.
He told me about that. Yeah. See, John goes everywhere to eat.
I know. And John, in March, they're opening Patillo's over off close to Disney Springs here.
I cannot wait.
I've never eaten it.
Their main branch is out of Chicago.
Okay.
They have one in Tampa. Not as good as Chicago, but it is Italian beef sandwiches. If you like Italian beef, Oh man, it is to die for. You got to make sure you get you get it fully dunked in gravy,
Right.
because they actually take it, glove everything, dunk it in gravy, and give it to you.
It's so good.
They're known also for their chocolate shakes.
Chocolate cake shake.
Well, yeah, chocolate cake, and they also have chocolate cake shake.
That's going to be way too much chocolate for me.
Louie is addicted because of her.
You're welcome, Louie.
Yeah, Louie, are you out there in the land of Facebook?
Okay, Rankin Base is Rudolph Christmas Special, people. Okay.
All right.
And then
John's telling you one place is on Turkey
on
Lake.
Turkey Lake, and Daryl Cater.
Yeah, White Castle's coming.
White Castle's coming to Lake Buena Vista.
Yeah.
I'm not so much about
White Castle when you got Portillo's.
Well, it's like In-N-Out Burger out there. We go whenever we were out in San Diego, and it was good, but it wasn't nothing to die for. But if you're out there on the West Coast, you got to go. And the amount of people that go around and around in the drive-thru, my God, if you had $1 for every one, I could retire after a day. It's incredible the amount of people.
The couple of times we've gone to Tennessee, we've stayed in a hotel near White Castle, but we were never able to.
We just didn't want to swing in. There was too many other places.
I mean, White Castle's okay. You get the little tiny burgers like Crystal's does and stuff, but they're actually better. But they're not, I don't know. I guess if I grew up around one, I'd want to be there all the time.
Maybe. To me, it's just like Crystals. And
Crystals is all right. Yeah, no, Crystals is once in a great while. And you got to have the jalapenos and the cheese on it.
Crystals is one of those, I get it like every couple of years to remember why I don't get it anymore. It takes why don't I eat at Crystals anymore? And then I go have it and it's like, oh, okay, that's why. And then Ron says, that was the one he was referring to, Rudolph Shiny New Year. I know who he's talking about now. So you're saying I have big ears?
Yeah, Jeff's taking off. So, hey, good night, Jeff.
Have a good night, Jeff.
Yeah, see you Sunday.
And so how was the show up there? Was it a good show?
Yeah, no, he had a decent little crowd of people. They a lot of them told me that first thing in the morning it was pretty busy. And then I talked to another vendor yesterday, and he told me that today I saw him over by a Publix on Maitland, and he said that at the beginning they did okay, him and his partner, but his partner did better than he did. But at the end of the show, he did fantastic. So it just depends on the type of people that come in, what they're looking for. But yeah, it was busy in the morning. We got there after 10. Hung out for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and then went over and had lunch with Dave. So yeah, he had a good group of people in there. There was a couple comic dealers, but most of it was toys, and it was, there's the normal Star Wars and stuff, and pops, and a lot of stuff I'm not like really into, but they're cool. And they had a couple food trucks out front, so can't beat that. Gotta have food. Had a food truck and had Kona Ice, so they were out there.
I've never had Kona Ice.
It's okay, but for the amount of money that you pay for that food truck, it's just not worth it.
I've never gone because it's super commercialized.
It's just not worth it. They got all kinds of different syrups they can put on there and stuff, and they shave the ice, and it's cool. But for the amount of money that I pay, I'm just kind of like, I can get this from anybody.
Right.
But at the same time, you see Kona Ice everywhere. So
yeah, and I prefer the supporting the indies. I like to support the people that have put everything into the truck.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, no, the smaller guys that are making all the effort to do everything. Kona Ice is, they've got a name, they've got a brand, they push it.
Yep.
But you also look at the price you're paying. Sometimes you're like, it's a lot of money for ice and flavoring,
Ice and syrup.
So
now Ron says there are In-N-Out burgers where my sister lives in the suburbs of Dallas. Just went during Christmas. Whataburger is cool too. It's more Texas-based, but it's located elsewhere.
There's
there used to be a Whataburger here. Then
Used
it
to
got
be
rid
one
of.
out on 50, right?
Was that on 50? I thought
thought it was down by the.
there was one off of Sand Lake.
Yeah,
There-
I thought
there
it was
was
down
one
by
off of
Sand
Sand
Lake
Lake,
or
okay.
Millennial.
Yeah. Huh. Oh well.
There was a lot of used to be's.
So let's get back to DeLand real quick.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have Jay Magnum and his partner Lauren Lee. So they are basically writers and do sci-fi stuff, and so they'll be set up there. We are gonna have who didn't I get? Graven, Heart of Graven Wolf.
You got Graven.
Yeah.
And before we get to Graven, let's talk about somebody who ended up having to cancel on you because something came up on him.
Thomas. I don't want to kill his name.
Hey, that is. I'm the same way.
Adelac. Sorry, Tom. Don't mean to kill your name. He was actually in one of the Star Trek movies. The one where the undiscovered country, where they talk about religion and stuff. He was one of the people on the when they showed the Enterprise and they showed the flight deck and everybody was up there standing around and stuff. He was one of the crewmen that was on there. So he was actually on the bridge of the Enterprise. Then he had some little parts, and he was in the recent movie that Joel Wynkoop just did.
Okay.
So he's done some bit acting and stuff.
Nice.
And we've had him at Daytona a couple times, and a few times he's come over, and he's been my guy standing at the door with his arms crossed, and everybody looks at him and goes, "Here's my wristband." So he's been a lot of help. He's helped get flyers out to different shows for me in the area in Daytona, Norman, and New Smyrna. So yeah,
I'm working on it.
You saw that come up?
Yeah.
Okay. First, Ron, have you had the Dragon Ice? They use dry ice with it to make it steam.
no, I have not had that.
I have not had it either. Then he says, cool sci-fi authors at DeLand. Do you have a link? Trish is working on that right now. And then we got George and Alice saying Lee and I are coming to the show on Sunday to buy this show. Is a collector's buying show. It is the real deal.
George, just to put it out there between you and me and Lee, get there around 9:45. We'll get you in right away. We are not corralling anybody at the front door. Because of COVID, we don't want to try to keep everybody right there. So around 9:45, we're going to start letting people in the door. They pay. We put a wristband on them, and then they come. And
Lee's going to be there at like 7:45, right?
Don't tell anybody.
Lee, if you're there at 7:45, get a hand truck and act like you're helping. Everybody else, you didn't hear that. But no, we don't want to corral anybody at the front. We want to get them in. We want them to spread out. We want everybody to have fun. And we want them all to be safe.
DeLand and Daytona are the best comic shows in Florida.
And I didn't pay John to say that.
No, he's just one of your employees. Anyways.
No, he is actually a vendor setting up at the show.
I know. That's why he has to say it too.
No, he's not. He's not an employee ever. He's he'll be an employee if Tampa Bay happens, because he will have to run my booth for me because I will be at Raleigh.
Ooh,
that's crazy thing is that all the shows in August, Raleigh GalaxyCon. They no longer own the name SuperCon.
Okay.
And Reed Pop that owns SuperCon in Miami hasn't set a date yet, and they still haven't set a date for New York.
Yeah, or
C2E2.
Or C2E2, which will probably be in the fall or early next year.
We heard C2E2 December. Yeah. That was rumors we heard because that's one of the big shows we go to.
Well, we for our Daytona show, we were looking at either the end of October or the weekend before Thanksgiving. So, but the thing is,
that's when you'll be on the show again.
Well, that's no. I hope to be on there sooner, unless you can get Tony Hines on there because we have Brick City coming up.
Yep.
That's April 17th, which will be a Saturday.
Let's see. John says, "LOL, no, those are shows I would look forward to before I start setting up." No, and see, and it is. He's right. I may be screwing with him, but I've said it forever. Daytona is one of my favorite. I save up for Daytona like everybody saves up for MegaCon.
Yeah, but at MegaCon you pay $20 to $40 to come in the door. You pay $15 to $20 to park, and then you go stand in line forever. And they have less comics per square foot than we do at Daytona.
But they have a lot of
what stuff?
Mystery boxes.
Well, they do have that.
And phone cords.
They do have that too.
Don't forget your bongs.
Oh yeah, a bong or two.
No, if you want a bong at Daytona, you go to the flea market. They have plenty of them there.
Right. We'll give you directions.
Or ask me and I'll lend you mine.
Okay, then we got John saying, Image a comic show that you can actually buy comics at. LOL. Imagine. I bet you that's Imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Dave says, I'll say it, DeLand at Daytona, best comic book shows in Florida.
Again, I didn't pay him either.
No, because he paid you. He bought you lunch. Now, I still got that corner booth, right, Tom? You know?
Look, whatever I can do for them guys, that'll help them do better at the show. And if we can bring people in, that's the key thing.
And see, that's the thing. As you can see, the people commenting are a lot of people that go to your show, set up at your show. It shows you the level of people you have at your show. I mean, we've got a good group of people. Somebody mentioned that the other day, that we always have like people that you want to enjoy hanging out with. Yep.
I talked to a fellow today on my way over here on the phone, and he was telling me that he likes coming and doing our show because he feels like all the vendors are more like friends to him than when he does some of the other shows where he feels like they all want to cut his throat and they don't care about anything. And which is cool. It's a nice thing to say. We try to make sure that there's none of the drama, you know. But there's always somebody somewhere that wants to start something, and we try to weed that out and just make sure everybody's happy. They all have a good time. We want the attendees when they come in to be relaxed and know that, you know, the one dealer is not like, oh, I don't like that, I'm gonna go beat them up. You know, we want everybody just to have fun.
But not so relaxed that you're only wearing a couple leaves on your body.
No. The only thing you really need to have is the normal amount of clothing and this mask.
I was going to say, don't just say just a mask.
No. No. You gotta cover yourself up.
Yeah, but see, what I like at your show is if you go to one comic vendor and you ask them for something, they say, no, I don't have that, but I'll tell you who I think might. Yeah. And they'll even take you over there, or they'll point you out and tell you where to go.
Which is it's good for them because they're trying to help you, and you're going to remember that, and you're going to come back.
Exactly.
It's good for you because now you're not spending all your time and going, "Oh, I got it. Just contact me later," and then they ignore you. They're trying to help you, and they want somebody to get a sale, and that's the cool thing. If I make a sale, I turn around, hey, thank you for bringing them over. You know, and then if they come and see me, somebody else, and then I'm like, oh, dude, that guy over there hooked me up. Let me go hook him up now. And that works, and that's what you want in this business, is to work together.
And Tony's actually done that. Tony Hines with Brick City.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Because I was looking for a specific book, and I went to Tony because I already knew you didn't have it. So I had gone to Tony, and he's like, I don't have it, but I remember when I was looking through his books over there, he had it, and went, took me over there and got me hooked up.
And that's the way it should be done. I mean, you try to help everybody out if you can. We just want everybody to have fun when they come to the show. We want you to find something. We want you to enjoy the show. We want you to walk away and go, you know, I'm coming back next year. We also like to see people walk out, go drop off their stuff, go grab a bite to eat, and come back in and shop some more. And that's the great thing. I don't care if we only get 300 to 600 people in the door, as long as those 300 to 600 people are the same ones that keep coming in and out the door, and they're shopping. They could be there for an hour. They could be there all day.
Yep.
As long as they're having fun, they're finding what they want, they're enjoying themselves, they're spending some money. These vendors have paid for the space. They've taken time out of their day. They've put all this stuff together. They need to make a little bit of money. But at the same time, we want the people that are there shopping to walk out with something and go, look at this cool find. I paid $10 for this. It's on eBay for $50. Oh my God, I got a great item. And the guy that sold it is like, they walked away. They were happy. They had a cool item. And that makes everybody at the end of the day, that makes their day. So
Well, see, and that's a lot of people don't realize. I know because we talked to you and a couple of the other promoters. But while we're there, besides just taking pictures and all that stuff that we do, I sit there and I watch how many people, like we might go sit out in the car for a little bit to sit down, and we sit there and watch how many people are coming out with bags or their arms full. Are they returning back to go get more? I don't know how many times even you've done it. Oh, you guys are leaving? No, we just going and
no, that's I watched Lee, because we guys know Lee. I've watched him.
No, I don't know Lee. Who's Lee?
I watched him go out a couple times. His dad's like, "Have you seen Lee?" And I'm like, "Well, you just bought some Star Wars stuff." He's like, "Oh," so then he's over there looking, and the next thing I know, Lee's in, and he's like, "Where's my dad?" And I was like, "I was just over there." Well, his dad just walked out with a bag of stuff, and that's cool that they're finding stuff that they either want for themselves or that they're bringing to the store so they can resell it. And like you said, you see people coming in and out.
Yeah.
And the thing about DeLand, for as long as Jim ran it and as long as I've ran it so far, we've never broken that 1,000 mark. I think 900 and some people is like the most either one of us has ever had. And it's like, but it's at the end, everybody seems to want to come back the next year and do the show. And it doesn't matter if it's just 20 people that have tons of money to spend, or it's a little bit of money from all those people. They're having fun. They're buying the stuff they like. They get some entertainment. Again, fire, whips,
no swords,
and a little bit of magic.
No swords,
no swords that I know of, but you never know.
Now, see, and I'll go through these questions real quick before we go back. Tony Hines is awesome to buy books from. Yes, he is. And very cool guy to talk to. Yes, he is. But just watch out, because once you start, he doesn't stop. Why can't we all just get along and stop the hate child?
Oh, God.
Okay. Now,
I opened up a can of worms.
I'm going to be honest with you. DeLand is the only place where I bought a table out of at the end of the day. Remember, I got that.
Yeah, we bought the whole thing.
Because one of your vendors there, it's like, I don't want to take anything home. And made me a hell of a deal, and I took everything home.
Nice.
Box of bagged loose action figures. It took, a whole night to go through everything just to see. And it was worth a lot more than what I paid for it. So,
and see, one of the nice things about what we do is we're in a different kind of position, to where we hear what the vendors are saying.
Right.
We hear what the attendees are saying. We see a lot more than like some of the vendors and like you can see.
Yeah, because I a lot of times I may be running around and making sure so-and-so's happy. I'm putting out a fire over here. Oh my God, something happened here. You got to clean this up. Somebody got sick. And it's like, and people are like, well, don't you have janitor? Yeah, well, the janitor is busy cleaning the bathroom. Somebody's got to take care of this right away.
John, clean up on aisle 3.
We're going to slowly move him into that. But it's you try to follow everything, and you try to figure out what's right. At Daytona, we've kind of let Trina and Brenda run the front of the house, but after a while, we leave Brenda out there, and she's in charge. And Trina goes in and she starts talking to all the different vendors. Hi, I'm Tom's wife, blah, blah, blah. What's your complaints? What do you want to do? We've had everything from Aquaman wanting a swimming pool to Christian wanting a chocolate fondue fountain outside. It's like, but even with all that put aside, there's other people that are like, hey, we should have this. We should have this. Why didn't we do this? This other show, they did this for us. Why don't you do that? Which it helps when we go back home, and then I start looking through all that stuff, and I got to try to figure out what's better. What can I do to make it better the next time? But again, we don't have the answers for everything. I mean, it's too hard, and it's too hard to make everybody happy.
John says, I make it happen.
He does good. He's a good helper. Tony used to be my helper. Now Tony's Tony, and him and I are partners on things. And
see, but John wants to go clean up the puke on aisle 3. So,
well, if he does that, then we'll move him up real quick too.
You may get a promotion.
and Ron says a good leader handles all tasks, no matter how menial or small.
Well, a good leader or a one-man band, whatever. I got to do what I got to do.
A
It's,
glutton for punishment.
But I watch. Yeah, you do run around trying to make sure everything, like you said, you have Trina in the background, and you have a couple other people that sit there. Hey, I heard this, and hey, you might want to go take care of that guy out there before Trina beats him up.
yeah, well, we've had that, and and
I just like bringing that up.
yeah, that was
Don't screw with Trina.
Right?
yeah, that was, and the guy was an idiot.
Who needs a bouncer when you got her?
Yeah, no, that
We
guy
love
was
you,
an
Trina.
idiot. Yeah.
You're awesome.
No, it's interesting. Every show we run, there's always something, and when you think you got everything, especially with COVID recently, with different people that are a little nervous about doing the show, other people that are contacting me going, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this," but they wanted to go to MegaCon, and I'm like, again, everybody has an opinion. I'm the guy in the middle trying to make sure everybody does what has to be done. Doesn't work though.
Right. And for our 2 cents of it is, if you want to go, it's available for you to go to. If you don't feel comfortable, don't go.
Yeah.
If you don't feel comfortable, watch my live walkthrough, and there you go.
Exactly.
Well,
So
I shoot out, like I was telling you earlier, I shoot out an email to everybody about the show. Here's setup, blah, blah, blah. At the end, I always put, if you are not comfortable as a vendor, wearing a face mask or a full face shield, if you don't feel that you can do the show, please let me know. I'd rather you let me know than the day of the show not show up.
right.
Because
No hard feelings.
there's no hard feelings about it. I'm not upset about it. In the past I've had people that have had, deaths in the family and they don't call me. And then I'm like, where are you? Why didn't you call me? Well, we didn't want to bother you. So and so passed away. Call me. Let me know. I can either fill the space or I can let somebody take your space, and then I can transfer your money over. I mean, a death in the family, as far as I'm concerned, that's an instant refund right there. I don't care if it's the day before. I mean, that's important. It's the same thing like.
Don't say that word.
What?
The T
Oh,
word.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to
no
get.
that was
politics.
bad.
I don't want to get kicked off for saying
So
that
sorry.
word.
I'm so sorry.
Before these get too warm.
And remember, our friend Roland has a book with that name with an S at the end.
Yep.
Cheers.
Well, at DeLand, a 4-pack of those could show up
Yeah, well, we'll have to go hide somewhere.
afterward. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What's clean up on aisle 3 for? Most is the blue light and blue plate special for the fly. Black. Calling if you're going to be absent is common courtesy. I agree.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Just let us know. For sure, I guess my new guests are going to be O.C.D. then.
Yes,
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So
Special appearance.
Ooh.
we'll put you at a table, and you guys can do your thing and have fun. And
Well, I know what we're doing Saturday.
We're going to storage to get everything out.
We're going to storage.
and if it's an 8-foot table, but if you want a 6-foot, I can put you 6 foot there. But I figure an 8-foot, and then you can if you want to cover it or drape it or whatever, because there's no skirting.
No, we got all our
So
supplies.
you got to do your own.
Yep.
Yeah, you want
We
to
got
put a
hooked
banner
up.
up, however you want to do it.
John
I'll
says
just make
4-pack. We need the heavy 6er.
Oh, you're out, John, until you clean up the puke, and then you're in. Gotta work for it. No, seriously, all kidding aside, John's been a big help for me for the last year or two.
Oh yeah.
Especially at Tampa and stuff. And it's cool to bring him with me because there's a lot of new stuff I know absolutely nothing about.
I love you having John because John's my Archie buddy, man. We
Yeah, kind
See-
of Christmas presents. When I say don't mention
Sorry,
something
John.
to Trish, and
Sorry,
the first
John, I didn't mean to get you in trouble.
I go around the corner. Look what John showed me. I thought we were closer than that, man.
John's my friend.
I'm
He's got
seeing
my
that.
back.
I'm going to be the one that makes that mess on aisle 3.
That's all right. He'll clean it up. No, but again, all kidding aside, like I said, Tony in the beginning helped me out a lot, and then he started setting up at shows, and then I've been bringing John. And it's like, here's 6 foot, here's 8 foot, here's 10 foot, do whatever, and he's had fun, and he sold some books, and between him and Dave from Dave's Comic Box, them two get together, and they're like, oh man, I can't believe you got this in your box. This is worth this. I'm like, look, it's worth whatever. Here's the deal. Buy it. Make money. Good for you. It's been sitting in a box forever. I don't care. But they have fun. And those guys, I love watching them because they remind me back when I first started collecting and stuff. It was like, you're so excited about the books. You're like, oh my God, look at what's here. It doesn't matter the condition. It's the fact that they found some cool books.
That's how I am.
So,
you know that. It's like, I don't care what it looks like, but I got it. And John says, down like 2 flat tires. Man, I thought we were better than that. Man. I was telling you.
Only a flat tire is the beer we're drinking.
This is a good example.
Wow,
Trisha
that's a cool book.
Well, this isn't the best example, because this is a good one that I got Trish.
Oh, very nice.
But the first copy of this that I gave her was missing half of the front cover. But it didn't matter because she got it for her collection.
Yeah.
Then I was able to find one for another decent price. Beat up, but at least it has the full cover.
But I don't care because it's mine.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. It's a good book to have.
It is.
And then Donald says back then the chase was what it was all about.
Yeah.
Yep. Trying to find the books and everything.
Yeah.
And then Raymond says, great live cast, guys. Hey, Raymond, how's you doing?
Yeah, Raymond will be at the show. Yeah, he'll be set up there, yeah.
Cool. So Classic Comics.
Yeah. No, that'd be great to have him there. And he's actually going to be set up next to this guy Jack that's coming out of Kentucky, Fortress Comics.
Okay.
And then our buddy Sylvester, Windows Comics, will be set up there as well. So we got a lot of cool people.
And speaking of cool people, we got Graven and Monica Ravenwolf.
Yep, they'll both be set up there.
I had to bring it back around because we were supposed to talk about them.
Yeah, we started talking about them, and then you bolt me off to something else. But yeah, so they'll both be set up there.
And this is going to be their first appearance in over a year.
Yes, yeah. And Graven is the one that's running my website for me at DeLand, and he's done some of the logos and stuff for us.
And let me go back over here, the brand, and let's see. He's the one who's done that logo.
Yeah.
Our logo there, and then that logo, the drinking with.
Yeah.
Did he do that one too?
Yes, and he did the YOLO, which is the. This is a show that I've been trying to put together for Orlando. I'm gonna work with Louie on it. And do we want to let them know who else we're doing?
Let's save that one for her.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, people are getting little tidbits.
Yeah. So once we get a date set and a location, then we'll let everybody in on the third party that's helping me on this. But yes, this is when Trina and I were driving around Orlando one day, and I said to her I wanted to run a show in Orlando, but I didn't want to call it Orlando Comic Expo or Orlando Comic and Toy Show. I didn't want to get into somewhere where it would cause people to be confused with other shows.
Yeah.
So she was on the phone and she says, well, Olo is like urban slang for Orlando. I was like, well, that's cool. So then we were sitting here spitballing back and forth while I'm driving around. And I was like, man, I'd like to take like an orange because of citrus and everything was big in Florida back in the day. And so we told Graven what we wanted, and he kind of came up with that. It's he also did the logo for Brick City. So
which I don't have that logo, but you got the logo right there.
We actually have. I'll hand that to you. I'm sorry. Hold on. So
that logo.
Yeah, and that's a show that I run with Tony Hines. So that is coming up in Ocala, and that will be Saturday, April 17th. And on the back are the local stores in the area, and they all help support the show.
If you can't read it, stop it and zoom in. My arm only reaches so far.
Well, we have Captain Kirk's Geek Shop, which is Kirk and his family.
Yep. We've actually been to his store.
Yeah, so he's and he'll be set up at the show. We have Bearded Brown Coats, Comics and Games. They're perhaps the largest store right there. But Michael will probably be setting up at Brick City. Vibranium Comics, which is Austin.
I'm not going to say anything because everybody knows we've been there too. So
yeah, no, it's a cool little store. Great guy. He runs a couple shows. One in
my favorite one's the last one.
One in Ocala, and he runs one in Crystal River.
Yep.
And then Vintage Toy King.
That's one of my favorite places. I made a detour coming back from Perry just to go to Vintage Toy King.
Well,
and I got in trouble by our friends in Ocala. You didn't come and stop by us? Like, no, he was open, so I had to go see him.
And Nicole, have you been there since he expanded?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's now two units in the building he's in. Kelly's got a lot of cool toys. If he doesn't have it, he can kind of find it for you or put you in the right direction for the right person. They all take all the flyers for all the shows that we do. Kelly usually doesn't set up at the show, but he's always there shopping.
He's always there shopping.
And he will be at DeLand walking around shopping. Stop by the front desk or one of the tables we got laying out that has business cards and flyers for all the shows. And then you'll be able to pick up something so you got info on Vintage Toy King.
And he has even cool new stickers.
Thank you.
I don't have a sticker with him. He has cool new stickers too that say Vintage Toy King. Russell Morrison, I got to go back up here.
Russ.
See you in DeLand. Sure beats working on a Sunday.
Yeah, no, Russ. I've known Russ for, oh, God, Russ, we're old. Russ and I used
stickers.
To. Oh, there you go. So Russ and I used to know each other when I lived up in Maryland, and we set up at shows up there and stuff. And then I came down here. He came down here, and I kind of got him back into setting up at the shows. So, and now he's addicted to buying stuff all the time again, which you never lose. You know that as a collector. So it's cool to have Russ there.
No, you just what you do lose as a collector is space.
Well, yes. And I went over to Russ's house not too long ago to help give him a little bit more room, but I think he filled that up pretty quickly. So, yeah, it'd be cool to have him. He's going to be there, so it'd be neat to see other stuff that he brings. He brings some comics. He brings some glasses. He brings toys. Brings a little bit of everything. So he'll be there. He usually does the Daytona show. And he'll be at Brick City as well. So
that's cool.
Yeah, no, it's good to have people that you know for years to set up, but it's also cool when we get some of the newer people in that we've never had before. So anybody else we missed on DeLand?
Laura was with Jay, right?
Yeah, Laura and Jay are together. And they do write some sci-fi books and stuff. And he's done some signings. I think they both did some signings at Cliff's Books in DeLand. Back before the pandemic. So, but it should be fun. So if you're out there and you got nothing to do this Sunday, love to have you all stop by.
Now I'm going to ask you one question because I was waiting for somebody to come on and they haven't come on. I'm going to smack them tomorrow at work. Because he keeps wanting to go to a show.
Okay.
And he actually has to go out close to that way. Because he just hates it because it's church day.
I got you.
And I told him, well, it goes to 4. And he's trying to talk his wife into letting him go. But why should people come to the show?
Why should they come?
I'm going to put you on the spot. Why should people come to this show?
First, it's affordable.
Serious.
It's $5 to get in the door. It's not $10.
$5? Only $5?
Only $5. It's been $5 for years. Free parking. Lots and lots of space there at the fairgrounds.
There is.
So plenty of space to park. So he's been free parking. The vendors pay the same price that they've been paying for their spot that they've been paying for like the last 5 or 6 years. We've not raised any of the prices. Now, are you a collector? Do you collect Barbie? Do you collect G.I. Joe? Do you collect Turtles? Do you collect Pokemon? Cabbage Patch? There's a good possibility that all this stuff is going to be there because the people that are coming there are dealers that are not only collectors, but they resell. And they resell and they deal with – this show is about pop culture collectible stuff. So you can go in there and you can find – say you go into Jim Carrey's booth. Jim is a history expert on DeLand. So Jim has a bunch of stuff from DeLand.
And not only that, Jim has your childhood in his booth.
Yes, absolutely.
So if you're a person that grew up in the 60s or the 70s or the 80s, you're going to find it in his booth.
Yep.
If you walk over and you want to look at some comics, again, we'll go back to Tony Hines. He's there. You can walk down the other end. There's Chris Foss, Heroes and Dragons. He's got a bunch of vintage comics. My partner Jake Bakes will be running our booth. So we have pulps. We have Golden Age comics. We have TV-related comics came out in the 60s, like Land of the Giants. You remember that TV show?
Uh-huh.
Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea?
Yep.
I mean, this is all kind of cool stuff that people that are 40, 50, 60 years old now remember from when they were kids.
50.
Close to 60. So 50 is a good number.
Not yet.
Once you get over 50, it's all downhill. Trust me. But
I ain't there yet.
if you're looking for cool stuff, if you're into Star Wars, if you're into the new pops that everybody's all excited about, which I'm surprised are still, I mean, to this day, they're putting so much out.
And I've slowed my roll with it because they've gone overboard.
Yeah, but there's so much of it out there.
Yeah,
and there's a good collectible market. There are people in there with non-sports trading cards. There are people in there with sports stuff. If you're looking for autograph stuff, Greg
is Uncle Al going to be there?
Greg is actually going to be.
Greg's going to be there.
Yes, is going to be there, and he will be talking about his show that he's doing, Lake Collecticon. That is, I can't remember the date, but he'll be there with his flyers and telling people about his show. So he's there. And also, we stop by and you see Jeff Davis. He'll be talking about his Florida toy shows. Go over and see Tony Hines. He'll be talking about Brick City. So, I mean, we don't mind supporting all these other shows because that's what builds this community. So if you're looking for something from when you were a kid, say you're into records, cassettes. We even had 8-tracks here at one time. I don't know if anybody's going to have them or not. I didn't bring any this time. I was thinking about it. But there's this stuff from your childhood that you'll look at and you'll be like, that's cool. I wish I had bought that when I was a kid. Or maybe you had it when you were a kid and you want to buy it. If you're a fan of Kiss.
And I'm going to tell you, if you see something from your childhood and you want it, buy it, because by the time you walk around, it's gone.
It may be gone, yes.
Because
that happened to me.
It happened to me with that drill set, remember?
Yep.
So with Jim, it's like, walk back around. You had it. Do you have it? No, I ended up selling it. It's like,
They're like when Dave Finley sets up Feed Your Imagination. He brings posters. He brings on sports cards.
Mystery boxes.
Yes.
$20.
So
and you'll sit there for a half hour digging them out.
But these are the if you've never been to a show, you pay $5 and walk around. If you have a child with you, 12 and younger, they're in for free. Just please.
And there's stuff for them too.
Yes.
As well.
Oh no, there's always something in there. Just please, if you're there, wear a face mask. That's all we ask. If you get hungry, there's a food truck out there. If you want to be entertained, be there for 12 o'clock outside in the front, and you'll get entertained by Phantasmagoria. If you want to come in and you want to learn about comics, there's enough creators and writers there that you can learn about comics and books. And if you're a young lady and you want to start learning how to be a roller derby enthusiast, well, go back, see the Thunder City Derby Sirens, and you can see it's about trying out for their team and stuff. It's just that's the thing. This show has a little bit of everything.
I want to say Donald answered my question to you.
Yeah, because
it's fun.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You got to enjoy it. You got to have fun doing it. I bought a book off Donald the one time, and he's like, "Here, man, you get this Superman keychain." And I was like, "I don't want that." He goes, "No, it goes with the deal." So I still have that Superman keychain.
See, look at.
But it's cool and it's fun, and that's the thing. You go, you meet a lot of nice people. You know, in our business, COVID's hurt it a lot because our business is about talking, about socializing, about hanging out, about sharing your ideas and sharing your passion for what you collect. And even if you don't collect, if you're a speculator, this is a great place to come to. There's no major show going on anywhere in Florida right now. There's nothing. The Central Florida unfortunately had to close, and they'll be back later this year. MegaCon has gone back to August because they can't run their event. This is a nice little show where you can come in, you social distance the best you can. There's hand sanitizer everywhere. Wear your face mask once again, and just have fun.
And if you can only come for a couple hours, you're not out.
No, you're out. A whole total $5. I mean, that's it. And what we like every show that I run, we deal with vet ticks. And vet ticks is an organization. Louis using them now too, and they give the veterans free passes. So we have 100 free passes to vet ticks for this event, which was filmed about a week ago. You know, and I only gave them like a month and a half. So it's great. And what they do is veterans get to come. They get to bring their family with them, or however many people they have. If it's just a husband and wife, or a husband or a man and his kids or whatever, and they get to come to the show. They get a free pass. They get to walk around. They get to enjoy it. And at the end, they take a picture with a little sign that says "Thanks, Vet Ticks," and then we get some feedback. And it's cool because some of these people have never been to an event. Some of them can't afford to go anywhere with their families because their medical bills are too high or something. So this is a good thing to put out to. And again, Louis uses them. Something I talked to him about. I think it's a good thing. Whether you're getting a tax thing break on it or not, it's just a good thing to hand out to people so that you can draw in and give these people that have been sent into war or sent in to do something that we know nothing about because some politician told them, "Hey, you got to go do this." You know, and it's
been there, done that.
Yeah. You know where it's at. Tony knows where it's at. It's my father. You know, it's the guys in the military have to follow orders. Orders come from way up, and it's usually politicians that don't have a clue. You know, and that's the sad thing. But no politics. But next year or whenever you can get some of these idiots out, and let's put some real people in there. Yeah. But again,
I told you I was going to have a Barbara Walters moment with him.
Yeah.
He got serious.
Yeah, serious. Yeah.
Well, it's just
It's vet ticks.
Yes, vet ticks is a good service for people.
Exactly. It's basically a thank you for everything that's happened.
And we go back and
helping vets is the right thing to do. Yes, because they take care of my dogs.
Yeah, and it's no, not that kind of vets.
I had to lighten it up.
Break the
yeah. But anyway, if you're coming to the show, there's plenty of stuff for you to see. There's plenty of stuff for you to look at. Plenty of stuff for you to buy. Take home with you.
There's something for everybody.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what age. Sorry, phone going off. And I turned down all my stuff and it still goes that way. This was one of Cutter's favorite to go to because he found some rare stuff there that interested him.
Right.
So,
well, occasionally we have people bring video games.
Well, his was he actually found a rare Pokemon card there.
Nice.
And he was so excited to find it there, and it was in one of the displays with a few other. It was like the only Charizard there with all this other stuff.
Right.
And he saw it, knew exactly what it was, and
yeah, good for him. And that's the cool thing, though. You find stuff if you look, and the neat thing, like when you guys go in and you film everything. and you show people what's in every booth. And there's times you're going by and I'm like, go back. But it's like, because there's cool stuff. And you show the different vendors what they brought,
I try, and since I am live, I try to look at what now. If somebody tells me, "Hey, can you go back and look at it?" Yeah.
Right.
If not, I'm just trying to, because sometimes it's hard enough to try to work through.
That you want to try to get around the crowd at the same time. You don't want to miss nothing. And no, I think what you guys do at shows like that is pretty cool, and it's great, especially if you're not there. Then you can at least look around and see what's there, and then think about the vendor too, and go, oh wow, she had like all these candles that she made or something. If I see her at a show, I want to go check it out because, whose wife doesn't love candles?
I'm the candle liker.
Yeah.
Okay, whose husband doesn't like candles?
Exactly. Somebody likes candles.
I'm the candle guy. Okay, I'm sorry. No, but I will say, and I'm going to go back to like my live walkthroughs, whether you comment at the time or later, if you put a bad comment on it, I will delete the comment. I used to just leave it on there, but I don't do that anymore. I will delete the comment. And if you keep making bad comments on the page about this, that, or the other, about the show that you're not even attending, I will block you from the page. I'm gonna.
Because what you're doing is walking around. You're not sitting there knocking somebody. You're like, hey, this is what's here. This is what you should check out. And it's like, and that's the thing, is that you're trying to stay in the middle.
We're Switzerland. We try to stay neutral,
right? Yep. Which is the best way to be, and to show everybody the different vendors and stuff that are at each show is pretty cool. Even the guests that you guys stop by and go, hey, here's so and so, they're doing this and that. It's there are other people that are so busy trying to figure out what's the best way to film this so it looks like there's millions of people in here. Whereas you guys are like, hey, here's what's going on. Here's all these cool vendors. Here's the stuff they got.
Yep.
And then those people that are watching it can go, man, I missed out on this. Or like you said, they can contact you and you can go back and you can show them what's there. Because there's a couple times you talk to somebody and somebody wanted something, and I think you guys made a deal or something to pick it up for them.
Yeah. We've done that a couple times.
Yeah. No, I think that's a really good way to do it.
Yeah.
How you're going to do it this Sunday is going to be difficult because you'll be super busy in your little booth that I'm going to give you. So.
Yeah, but I still, even when we were at Infinity, I did at Infinity last year, I still, Trish, stay with the everything. Let me go do my walkthrough.
There's this year, it's the first time we've had other than having somebody have like a couple little T-shirts, first time that we've had a full-time T-shirt dealer.
Creative Image Designs.
Yeah, Creative Image Design will be there.
And they've actually did our T-shirt logos, which you'll see on Sunday since we're going to be working. I'll be wearing that shirt.
plus the anime posters and stuff that they do.
Yep. Yep.
And then for the first time that we've had them at a show, they've always talked to us about doing it, is Convention Comforts.
Oh, love them.
Oh, those guys are awesome.
So they're cool, and anyone that if you get a chance to go by and check it out, they're the kind of people that if you're at a 2 or 3 day show, you want to buy something from, because they got these things that you can turn into a sleeping bag if you want to go camp out in the hallway or something, or make a little pillow so you can take
nice
a nap.
little pillow, yeah.
Yeah. Or just have a cool snuggie for the house or something.
She even does ties.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Because I have a turtle tie from her.
It's Convention Comforts.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm trying to go off the.
You got told like I do.
85. It's 85 different people I got to remember, young lady.
I'm just helping.
So should it be Orlando Collectors Deviants or O.C.D?
Orlando Collector Deviants.
Deviant. There you go.
Yeah. See.
Well, Deviants.
Deviants.
Because you had collectors, but it's Collector and Deviants.
All right.
You got told.
Oh no! I just got to make sure it's right. I gotta. I have
a card somewhere. Right there.
I have one of these somewhere. I should know better.
I have them laying around everywhere
Yeah.
because you never know.
Yeah.
Like somebody asked me at work today, so like I'm digging through my car. I know I got some in my car, and
Well, you just never know. I got school today. I appreciate that.
Ron, this has been awesome. Good to chat with all of you. I've had a very busy day and week, and have a busy day planned for tomorrow, even Saturday. I need to go unwind. Have a great night. You too, Ron.
Yeah,
Thanks for
Ron.
coming on again.
And we'll chat about next year. I think we can fit you in for DeLand next year. So
He'd be a good addition.
yeah, no, like I said, he's been at a couple different shows that I've been at, and I know that he was at a few that Greg ran.
Yep.
So, yeah, no, it'd be good to have somebody like that at DeLand. Yeah, always cool to have cool new people. So,
Okay. So anything you want to say before we call it a night?
thanks for having me at your house. I
And-
wish this invisible wall would go away one day, and appreciate the beers.
no problem.
Of course.
And Ron says great thanks to you.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yeah, no, just
got
again,
which one's that for?
we hope to see everybody on Sunday. Doors open at 10 o'clock. It's $5 admission. If you have children 12 and younger, they're free with your paid admission. Plenty of stuff to look at, a lot of free parking. If you're coming to see Phantasmagoria, get there around 11:30, park your car at 12 o'clock, the show starts. Fire breathing, fire dancing.
No, correction. Come in early and then stay.
There you go.
come in early, stay,
enjoy the
Bye.
day.
enjoy your lunch. Feeling good food
and
truck.
Feeling Good Food Truck is there. We're going to try to work out where we can hopefully use the other side of the building and set up tables inside so that people have a place to sit to eat. Because it's supposed to be like in the mid 60s. So,
Sunday.
Yeah.
Domingo.
So, what
I'm
else?
sorry, I get both
That was
sides.
good.
So,
Dave says, see you
yeah,
Sunday.
And if you're coming to the show and you'd like to talk to Trish and Steve, Orlando
We feel sorry
Collector,
for you that we're that important to you.
Deviant, we'll have a table there so that you can come over and chit chat with them for a while.
We're back in the corner behind the bathrooms.
No, I haven't got you that far back. You'll get to see the Thunder City Derby Sirens. You can hang out with them for a little while.
See, I want them on the show on
yeah.
Sunday.
You can go down and
Oh,
talk
yeah.
to them and
Yeah,
bring
have them
down.
come over. Yeah.
Silverline will be there. Anthony will be there with his Oh My Goodness and a couple other books that he's got published.
Monica and Graven.
Yeah, great. Art of Graven Wolf will be there.
Yep.
And Symmetry, Matt will be setting up there. God, I'm forgetting.
Pop.
I got to look at the things here. John Crowther will be there, and he's going to bring in Bugsy McGraw, and Silverline, of course, will be Brent Larson and Roland Mann, and then Lauren Lee and Jay Magnum will be set up there. And did I forget anybody? No, I think I got them all. So lots of vendors, lots of cool stuff. People from all over coming in, setting up. Please come by, enjoy yourself, have fun.
See, that's what I love about his shows because everybody comes from all over
Yep.
the U.S. to come to your show.
We got a guy coming out of Kentucky, somebody coming out of Columbia, South Carolina, 2-3 people out of Georgia.
Nice.
So, it's and then all parts of Florida, South Florida, all the way out on the West Coast, Central Florida, people from Daytona, Ormond, up from Jacksonville.
Tampa.
So there's,
No, that's South Florida.
Shut
yeah, that's okay.
See if you get school her. You get school her. Come on, take the shot, man.
Oh, I got to finish the beer. I might need another one.
There ain't
John
money in
says
the
the $1
tip
million
jar.
man.
Yes, that's Chris Foss out of Columbia, South Carolina. And Chris has got a lot of rare books and stuff. And we've got a couple people
See?
that have inquired about coming to spend a lot of money. So we've got some big dealers that want to
So
come in and drop
don't
some
go.
money.
Don't be late.
Lee Majors.
$1 million man. No, not that Lee Majors.
Well, that's what John says. Lee
That's
Majors.
Chris. That's Chris.
Don't be surprised if you get there and Lee Majors is not there.
Yeah, no, there's. I can't afford Lee Majors. I don't have that kind of money.
So you coordinated with Tom to get me a booth so I couldn't go shop.
I would love to say that was pre-planned.
No, that wasn't pre-planned. That was.
But that was a good idea. That could have been a good idea.
That was I either got rid of one table because we're too close to
Or
trying to
he
get a hold of
called you
somebody.
into taking it.
Or the two people that I called today were both like, I got do something else. So I was like, I know what I could do. I can con Steve and Trish into taking it. So
I see how.
He planned that out the whole time.
Well,
the whole ride over.
just remember, I buy your birthday presents at these shows, so
You'll get a minute.
Unless John tells me about it before you buy
yeah,
it.
John.
Oh, and John won't be too far from you. I think you guys are like going to be directly across from each other. So you'll get to keep an eye on John.
See, here is another person with a Kickstarter, Martin.
Yes, Martin.
I forgot
and
to.
I actually had his last one, Decisions.
Uh-huh.
I just got that in the mail.
Tom, I will see you Sunday, though I'm not set up. I still be there to support your show.
Cool. Thank you, Martin. And while you're there, let's talk about Brick City.
And see, while you're there, you can stop on the show and talk about your newest Kickstarter that just launched.
There you go.
Such a good idea.
See how quick that worked?
Yeah,
You can even talk to John Neville. He's got a Valentine's gift lined up already.
I may have a Valentine's Day gift.
See, that's
So
why
do I.
that's
It's
why-
called Whips with Phantasmagoria.
That's why I like having John around, because he knows how to upsell.
And Martin says, sounds great, guys.
Yeah, no, you can chat with Martin there. You got Roland and them. So,
Oh, yeah. Everybody with a Kickstarter is going to be there.
Yeah.
Where's Austin?
I think he's doing some filming stuff.
Yeah.
And then
But I got
I'm trying to think of who else. Oh, you can talk to John about the stuff that he's doing that's
Yep.
coming up. So
John and Roland with their
Yeah.
collaboration. And John has his hands in. Well, I'm not talking John Neville. I'm talking John Crowther. It's for the kids, Tom.
It's an inside joke. We have a vendor that always keeps telling me he needs a deal because it's for the kids. It's for the kids. Then I go to the store and it's like double the price that I had it marked at, plus the discount he got, but it's for the kids. So
John, the whips are not for the kids. Okay, so on that note,
I love Ducky's comics.
So after DeLand, they will see you next at Brick City.
Yeah, Brick City is the next show that Tony and I are going to run. I am set up to do Jeff's show in Kissimmee. So
Okay.
I'll be at that Retro Toy Con.
Okay.
So I'll be setting up there. And
John
Yeah.
says only the bad boys if they're lucky.
yeah. I think we're just going to shut down the whole building at 12 o'clock and go
Just
out,
go out and
and see what's going on.
At this point, I agree.
Well, that was all I was told was there's going to be three of us. There's going to be fire. There's going to be dancing. There's going to be music. Oh, and there's going to be whips and some magic. And all I remember is whips.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. So on that note, now I'm going to ask you why I got you here.
Yes.
Now, usually you guys do a Jacksonville show too. Is that
We are, Tony and I are going back and forth on that. It's usually the second weekend of August. The problem is that all these shows are going on top of each other in August.
Yes.
So how much money is going to be in Florida? How much do people care? And then again, will MegaCon happen? Will all the shots get put out? I mean, there's a lot of things that we have to factor in. So for right now, we're still looking at the second weekend of August because we figure when I'm up doing Raleigh, John's going to do Tampa for me that weekend. And the next weekend's open because the weekend after that is going to be MegaCon if they go with their weekend. Then the weekend after that is the Fan Expo that the guy David runs. And then Louis is usually in August, but why would he run a show with everything that's going on against all that? Then you have all these other bigger shows. You have New York Comic Con, you have C2E2. I mean, what are their dates all going to be? You have Baltimore coming up. Are they going to happen? Heroes is usually Father's Day weekend, but their backup date is sometime in September or October. So if they don't happen because the Carolinas, if they say, hey, you can't have, your maximum capacity is 20%, he can't run a show like that. It's you have to have X amount of money in the door, plus all your vendors that paid. And if you only get 20% capacity inside the door, are they going to be enough people that are spending money? So that's the thing we're looking at long range is that August and September into October are going to be busy months with all the shows if they happen.
Well, then you got to think about the states that are whether they're open or not.
Yeah.
And still requiring people to be.
Well, see, they're all hoping by August, and I'm not trying to get political, but they're hoping by August most of the people start having the shots.
Yeah, if they get vaccinated by then, that's what they're hoping for. But at the same time, you're
still crossing your fingers and hoping.
And like DeLand right now is a lot bigger than Brick City. We think we can control it enough by making sure everybody has masks on, making sure that if it gets too crowded, we stop people from coming in, that we tell people to disperse if there's like a gang of people around one box. Yeah. Oh, hey, but this guy's having a great day. That's fine. But at the same time, we don't want so many people there that it's uncomfortable for people.
Right.
We ask everybody to bring hand sanitizer. We hope that people have common sense and remember to wash their hands. Don't just, hey, even if you didn't go to the bathroom, but you just got done eating, go wash your hands. If you're digging through somebody's box and you don't put sanitizer on, go wash your hands.
Yep.
Because you don't know who's touched that before you. You don't know, did you pick up dirt? Are you passing something around?
Now, on that same note, don't glob sanitizer all over your hands and then go into somebody's box.
So I was at one show and we walked in and I watched the guy put sanitizer on his hands, a vendor, and he's got it on his hands and he pulls his mask down and he puts it all over his face. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. I mean, I get it. But then he didn't put his mask back over his face. And it's like, and I went to another show and we went in there and I came in and the guy's taking your temperature, but he's got his mask under his nose. He's got a medical doctor's jacket on. He's got his name tag for the pharmacy or whatever he works for on his coat, but he's got his mask under his nose. If you're taking my temperature with your mask under your nose, that shows me that you're not too smart. I don't care how many years of school you went, you should know to wear your mask to cover your nose and your mouth. And again, we ask people that if they're not comfortable wearing a mask, buy a face shield, a full face shield to cover your whole face, just so that if you're talking, it's going out against your face shield. It's not.
We wear neck gaiters because of that.
Right.
It's easier to breathe.
And it's finding something that's, you went with CDC and followed their whole 100% guidelines. The mask you want is way too expensive. And for the common person, it's not worth it.
Everyday masks are too expensive at the moment.
And that's the thing. I mean, like, when we go home, I get home tonight, this mask goes in the hamper. It gets washed because I've used it when I came, I used another mask earlier when I went out to eat. And it's like, you don't know what you're picking up, if anything. It's just, and that's all we ask is that people just use common sense at the show. Have fun. So
I know that's hard for a lot of people, and I'm not trying to alienate my crowd.
yeah, no.
But please, common sense.
Please, not on the forehead, not on the throat, not on the chin. Cover the mouth, cover the nose. So we ask. That's it. That's simple.
And I'll go through my spiel that I go through before we go to any of these shows. Please adhere to the rules and regs because we want these shows to keep continuing.
And that's the thing. If these little ones don't work, it's not going to happen. We'll have these posted all over the place in the venue. It basically tells you no animals, don't smoke or vape in the building, wash your hands constantly or as much as you can, use hand sanitizer, and it also tells you to wear your mask correctly. I don't want to be the face mask police. I really don't.
John says no chin diapers.
Yes, no chin diapers.
But see, that can also go. I know that you have to be the face mask police, but also the vendors can help out in that situation.
And that's the thing.
All it takes is, hey, can you put the max up over,
Yeah, no, we I did one show, and a friend of mine came in. I was like, "Where's your mask?" "Oh man, it's out in the car." "I don't care. Do you see what everybody else is doing?" Everybody in there had a mask on, except for my one friend that was in a big hurry to come in to buy. So I was like, "Always have extra masks." I gave him one, and that's the thing. We'll have a box of masks. So if you're one of them people that I don't have a mask, we'll have one for you. It's free. You get one. Enjoy the day. If you don't want to wear it, we ask that you don't come. If you're sick, you don't feel well, please stay home. We'll see you next year. We'll be back. It's common sense.
But like Donald says, if only common sense were truly common.
Again, him and I are that age where we know it's not that common.
And hell, I'm at that age, and I'm a little bit under your guys' age, but even I know that.
Yeah, no, and it's hard to enforce it and to tell people. So, like Spider-Man says, everybody gets one. Yeah, you get one free face mask. That's it.
See, this is a perfect time for cosplayers. Come in cosplay because you got your mask on.
Yeah, there's
no cosplay contest.
Yeah, no, somebody did ask, and we do not do a cosplay contest at DeLand. We do not have any plans to do it. It's a marketplace. However, if you'd like to come and cosplay, we'd love to have you.
People would love to take pictures with somebody in cosplay.
Oh, yeah. No, and that's cool. It's never been something I've personally wanted to do. But
we got to get you at least once because I said the same thing until the first time they got.
Oh no! When you did the one where you were in the pop box,
uh-huh.
Oh my god, that was the best. That was it.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
And it was original. And it was the first time done, and then after that,
bunch of copies.
Yeah, because when I became a meme. That was the cool. When I became a meme over that.
No, and that it was just a cool thing. I think the last time I ever got dressed up was in the mid '90s, maybe late '90s. My friend Kevin had a store in Glen Burnie, and he dressed up as Lobo. And I was in there and I was talking to him, and he's like, "Man, you gotta dress up." So I'm behind his counter and I'm drinking Coors Light, and I find this werewolf mask and I put it on. And he goes, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "I'm the effing Coors Wolf." And I'm back there was drinking, and it was cool because we were drinking, we were having fun. But he was into the real Lobo.
Yeah,
he had he had the chain, he had everything, he had the jacket with the studs on it and everything. He did all the makeup, and it was neat. But it was and that's the last time I really got into wanting to dress up. Even when I was a kid and we were trick or treating, it was I wore these oversized boots because I had this stupid Frankenstein plastic mask, and I had this green heavy coat, and we put pads in it, so I kind of looked and I waddled along, trick or treat, and then after that I was like, I'm over all this, man.
Yeah, but the plastic mask always cut.
Oh yeah,
right into
yeah.
Or you sweat in them and they hurt your nose or something,
and then you couldn't see out the holes.
Yeah. So. But you know that's the cool thing.
Back
about
when
this
Halloween
business.
was fun.
Yes. Again, if you're into cosplay, you want to come to the show, please do. We just don't do a costume contest there.
No contest. Don't say O.C.D. Steve said there was, because I'm saying there is not.
There is not.
We have video proof that we said there was not.
There will be one whenever we set a date for Daytona. Brick City's another show where we don't do it. There's only 40 tables there, or 45 tables of vendors, and that's basically it. Again, it's another show where you're more than welcome to come in costume. So I guess that's about it.
Yeah. Hey,
I do it once a show.
you do. Good thing I wasn't eating a pickle that time.
Okay, guys. So on that note, you'll see Tom on Sunday because you have to go to the show. After that, you will see him at Brick City, and John says hi.
Hi, John.
I guess you'll see us on Sunday.
Oh yeah. No, you guys are committed. By the way, setup starts at 6:30. You need to be in by 9:30 because the overhead door gets closed then, and then by 9:45 you better be ready.
Oh yeah, because Lee's gonna be in there.
Yeah.
I'll be sleeping at the table.
No sleeping. Time to have fun.
LOL censors. I don't know. Okay. And then after that, after you see us on Sunday, you will see us next Thursday. It will be the Silverline Spotlight, I believe, with Roland.
Let me check my calendar.
Yeah, I bought her calendar so she looked all professional.
Man, that's all right.
Yeah.
I gotta go scribble my name in there for somewhere down the road.
I'm professional, but I can't find the page.
Yeah, well, because you're on 2020. You got to go into January.
It would be Roland.
I kind of. Oh, John says.
Pickle censorship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, there's a whole YouTube channel with some chick eating pickles.
No, yeah. It's not just pickles. It's the sound of her eating pickles.
Yeah, it's the sound of her. That's
Yeah.
And Donald says, "Have a great weekend. See you all Sunday. See you.
Cool.
See you
Yep,
Sunday.
then.
Stop by the table. Say hey.
And chat with them. Chat with them and tell them all about Ducky's Comics. What you're up to. See, I'll get you lined up with some people.
You get me lined up.
I said Tony Hines over there too.
Did Roland say who he's bringing on?
He did not.
Okay. And John says, "Yep, you have to pay extra for pickle eating." Got whips and pickle eating. That's gonna be a hell of a Sunday.
It is.
And a 4-pack.
That's it. You gonna bring a 4-pack?
Don't tell the promoter.
Trina's gonna be promoter after I get there.
And then Jeff says, "O.C.D. Thanks for the mention, guys."
Of course.
Of course, we try to hit all your shows and promote them because that's what we do. You just gotta, if we missed one because you have one like every week, just let me know.
Feel free to message.
We love your shows, Jeff. We usually
just like messing with you.
Walk out with armfuls of stuff there too, especially when the vendors have started knowing her and they bring Cabbage Patch Kids just for her.
Nice.
Okay, guys. So see you Sunday. See you next Thursday. Tune in. It's the monthly Silverline Spotlight because he's a sponsor of ours.
Yeah. No. Very cool.
So we give him a week or a monthly spot to promote whatever book he just kickstarted, because as you know, he kickstarts one every month.
Yes, yeah. No, he's definitely trying to make sure he's out there.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
He's the Jeff Davis of the publishing company.
By the way, we do love you, Jeff.
Yeah.
We love you, Roland, and John. I love you too. And
well, I don't know. I'm going to have to.
Donald, I love too.
John's going to be in trouble, but
John's
Not
gonna
my
be,
fault, John.
John's
Not my
going to be
fault.
across from me at the show, so
I'm gonna have to talk with Roland because he didn't do the obligatory stop by and say hey and then disappear.
Oh yeah, he's in trouble.
Yeah.
oh man, we even talked nice about him. Oh well.
That's what happens when you're nice to people.
Cold-blooded Rick James. Okay, guys. On that note, we are gonna take off because I'd like to talk with Tom before it gets too late at night.
And we kick him out.
Yep.
Got to have at least one more beer before we go home.
Oh yeah, of course.
At least.
So
Then coffee.
until Sunday, guys.
Yeah.
See you later.
Peace.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you. Bye.